And Canada's sports leader curling next.
The CN Centre here in Prince George, BC, as we say hello, Canada. And welcome back to our first day coverage of the Road to the Roar. Nice to be back in Prince George. We were here several years ago for the Scotties, but this Road to the Roar is something totally different. 12 men's teams, 12 women's teams, top 4 in each, advancing to the Tim Hortons Roar of the Rings, the Canadian curling trials, next month in Edmonton. And ultimately, the 2 best there going on to Vancouver to represent Canada in the Winter Olympics.
Vancouver, 3 months today, the world will meet here, and Canada's best curlers, they'll be front and center. However, to get to BC, they'll have to get out of BC first. It's a field full of Olympic champions, world champions, provincial champions, and they've all come to Prince George with one goal in mind. This is where their Olympic journey begins and maybe ends. This is the Road to the Roar. Looking down from University Way to the city of Prince George here in the Fraser River Valley. 12 men's teams began play on Tuesday, and we've already had a couple of teams eliminated. Joel Jordison out of Saskatchewan, and the former 2000 Canadian world champion Greg McCauley from Richmond, BC. They've been sent home. Coming up, we're going to feature the first qualifying game on the men's side, and it will be Jeff Stoughton from Manitoba, Winnipeg, against Saskatchewan's Pat Simmons, as we say good evening to Lyndon Ray.
Well, Mr. Rutter, you're right on. Boy, it's been a long 3 years, a windy road to get here. But it's the last chance to get to those Canadian trials in Edmonton. And these 2 teams want it badly, and one of them will get there tonight.
And you look at the 2 teams, 2 very good teams we've seen at the Brier before. Jeff Stoughton has come in as the #1 team, and he's shown it this week. They are playing so well. He has also, as a skip, managed the scoreboard and the risk he takes on every end better than anybody, and that shows up in the points for and against. He hasn't scored a lot, but he hasn't given up very many points at all, and they're curling 88%. That's the best here. You look at Pat Simmons, and he's also doing very well. Both of these teams have yet to give up a steal. That's been key because we've seen a lot in other games. His team is playing solidly. He is more defensive in many cases, but overall, he's scoring more points here. Look at that, 9.5 almost per game. And yet, he does lend more to the hits. He likes to go to that as his go-to shot, and they do hit very well.
Well, you might look at those numbers as you do, Linda, and say, boy, these 2 teams play defense. Yes, they can play defense, but I think more it's the fact that they know when to change, when to switch, and they'll take a position where they're lying 4, all of a sudden it's a blank end. They do it so well, double peels, run backs, and that's why the scoring is low. Jeff Stoughton has a great sense of when to go and when not to go, and Pat Simmons, what a role. He wasn't there last year at the Brier, but he went 4 in a row, so they have a chance tonight.
The CN Centre in Prince George. This is the Road to the Roar.
2009 Road to the Roar curling on TSN is brought to you by Tim Hortons' new French onion soup. Bon appetit.
Hey, Tim's for lunch?
Oh, yeah. They got French onion soup now.
French onion soup.
What are you doing?
To Tim Hortons, James.
Right. I'm James.
Tally-ho! Make it quick. Delectable croutons and cheese await. James, my dog. Driver. Tom.
A rich broth with seasoned croutons and a 4-cheese blend. Tim Hortons' new French onion soup, just $2.59. Always a great value.
This is indubitably
always Tim Hortons.
good.
The goal of the program is for the kids to have fun curling. Teach them a new sport that they've never seen before. I think you can hear and see by the screaming and yelling that they're really enjoying it. By taking the program into the schools, we're reaching a lot of communities that have no access to curling, that have never seen the sport before. So we're hoping to reach a whole new audience base, and of course youth as well. I mean, for the future of the sport, we've got to get kids involved. Watch for us in major urban centers across the country starting as early as next school season.
Redeeming your points with rewards credit cards can be really
Hurry hard!
with their rewards expiration and travel restrictions. Getting rewards you actually want can be really
Hard!
But with a rewards card from Capital One, redeeming is
Easy!
With a rewards MasterCard from Capital One, it's easy. Travel when and where you want or redeem for cash. Visit CapitalOne.ca.
What's in your wallet?
Every night, millions of Canadians sleep easy, knowing they have their licensed insurance broker working for them, protecting their homes, automobiles, and businesses. A professional who's on their side, offering a choice of the best insurance companies, coverage tailored to their particular needs, and who is their champion in the event of a claim. Your best insurance is an insurance broker.
Nestled in some of the most beautiful bodies of water in the world, these engineering jewels compete, led by captain and crew, as they try to conquer the spirit of yachting. Saturday at 11:30 a.m. Brought to you by Rolex.
Feels like cashmere.
It's a great day for a great dinner, but first you have to find time to get your son to soccer, find time to get your daughter to ballet. Now, if only you could find your car keys.
Luckily, there's M&M Meat Shop's fully cooked seasoned back ribs, ready fast and easy. Because when time isn't on your side, we are.
2009 Road to the Roar Curling on TSN is brought to you by M&M Meat Shops. Hundreds of meal ideas, one aisle. By Ford, drive one. And by Cashmere Bathroom Tissue. Nothing feels like cashmere.
As we welcome you inside the CN Center, seats some 6,000 for hockey. This is the home of the Prince George Cougars of the Western Hockey League. They're on a 7-game road trip while the Road to the Roar takes over their building. Here are the other games on the ice, and you'll notice they're all B-side games. All these teams have lost a game and can afford to lose one more. Then C-side, of course, is your last chance. It'll be a big game, I think, on Sheet A for Kelly Scott. Earlier today, she lost an A-side qualifier. Crystal Webster, she'll try and bounce back against Marie-France LaRouche. It's time now to meet the teams, brought to you by Tim Hortons' new French onion soup. Bon appetit. And from the Charleswood Curling Club in Winnipeg, skipped by Jeff Stoughton. Their lead is Steve Gould, Rob Fowler, Kevin Park. And from the Davidson Curling Club, Davidson, Saskatchewan, Pat Simmons is the skip. Steve Laycock, Jeff Sharp, and Jerry Adam. Very familiar teams to all of us through national play, of course. Jeff Stoughton on the right. He'll play the Redstones. Simmons will play the yellow. And it was Jeff Stoughton who won the draw to the button. So to get us going in this A-side men's qualifier with a trip to Edmonton and the Roar of the Rings on the line, this is the Simmons lead, Steve Laycock.
Well, Victor, you're right on about the fact that these two teams are very familiar to us, of course, and to 80 or 90% of our viewers who have followed with us along the way. Simmons with those 4 straight Brier appearances, and you know, not happy with his results, I'm sure, at those Briers, but still winning a province like Saskatchewan 4 years in a row is unbelievable. Jeff Stoughton, in my opinion, has been one of the top curlers in the world for the last 20 years. You go right back to his mixed curling days when he won the Canadian Championship a couple of times, and his appearances at the Brier, and then, of course, at the Worlds. And he just is a great thrower. The one thing about Jeff Stoughton, I can tell you for sure, there isn't anyone in curling today, and I mean anyone, I include everybody, and there's so many great throwers, but no one throws it straighter than Jeff Stoughton. He throws from a very tuck delivery, very forward tuck delivery, and he throws it very straight. And he's great at those little picks, those little slice shots. They're his forte.
You see the end start off in a very familiar fashion. Pat Simmons throws first, and it goes in. He's putting up now a guard or a top 12 stone. The corner guard does go up. Pat Simmons has had a good Bonspiel season. Qualifying for this event ended in the spring, so Bonspiel's up to now in this fall season. Only really look at who's hot as far as how they're playing. Simmons is pretty hot. He qualified in all 5 of the Bonspiels he played in, and he won 1 of them. So he's had a terrific fall, and this would add to that, of course, make him very happy if he could capture this A-side berth to Edmonton.
Yeah, that's for sure, Linda. It would make him very, very happy, of course. It's interesting, though, you know, you can almost take, with these top teams, the teams that have played for so long, you can almost take what happened previously and put it a little bit aside. I mean, here they are in the A final, so obviously that's a reflection of the year they've had. What a great shot this is. He gets it to roll to the rings.
No, it wasn't hard.
But, you know, these top teams have played each other so often and beaten each other so often throughout the years that you really don't know what's going to. It's hard to pick. It's hard to, you know, use that form and pick.
Very strong. Strong. Whoa. Whoa. Strong. Whoa. Yep. Yes. Hard. Yep. Go ahead.
Want to tuck it behind the corner, Dennis?
Yeah, it's a nice shot because it's in front of the tee line as well, Dick. So it's if that rolled over and was behind the tee line, had it been a little bit further back, then it wouldn't be quite as good a shot. That's an excellent shot. Jeff Stoughton, of course, wants to somehow, some way, try and utilize that that corner guard, and so he play down to this one here. Tap it back quietly.
The Stoughton team have only played in a limited number of events. Some people thought that's perhaps because they felt that was their best preparation. They limited their schedule somewhat in 2005 and, of course, made it to the finals of the Canadian Curling Trials that year. So it's a little harder to tell from the Bonspiel season this year about the Stoughton team. But the first 2 games here have showed they are ready to play.
And Stoughton losing to Brad Kushu, of course, in those trials at Halifax.
And let's not forget, last year he lost to Kevin Martin in the final at Briar. I mean, he just has great years.
Whoa, you're hot. Whoa. Right off. Right off. Right off.
Little things in curling. The team that doesn't make those little mistakes will be the team 80% of the time that finishes on top.
I think so.
Pops out the other side.
Nice.
So far, it's not setting up for Jeff Stoughton, but the very nice thing about it is he still has the corner guard out in front. And as I mentioned, if you profile the risk of his approach, there is no risk to giving up a steal. The house is open. He still has a good opportunity. It's still early, but he has an opportunity to set up the deuce.
When you have the hammer, this is exactly the kind of end, as you say, it's not setting up perfectly for him, but it's exactly the kind of end you like to have developing because, as you say, risk and reward, and in this case, he's not taking a lot of risk and still be able to generate that second point.
Quiet. Yep. Yes. Go, guys. Hard. Hard. Right to it. Right to it, shoot. No roll. No roll. Fun. Okay.
And it will hang around to lie to. Remember now, Jeff Stoughton playing the Redstones has the hammer, the last rock here in this first.
Half 8 foot, eh?
Well, here's the opportunity.
Speed here.
Jeff, that's the reason he put that rock in play, so he get around.
Yeah, this is almost the perfect house for Stoughton. The yellow one that just rolled way to the back 12. So now you have a come around. You can freeze to the yellow. You can draw to the back yellow. Everything is going to benefit Stoughton the way the house looks right now.
I got back 4.
Kevin Park. That 91 Briar win with Kevin Martin. Hamilton, I believe.
Stay with it. No. Just to the end. Whoa.
Yes. Yep. Whoa, hard. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yep, 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 yep.
Hold, Jeff.
You're right. Good. Shot. Good.
Pretty nice shot.
Kevin.
One of the reasons that Jeff Stoughton has had a little bit of leverage as far as whether to go for it or whether to pull back with defense is Kevin Park and Rob Fowler's play so far. They've only played 2 games, but both those 2 players are curling very well, and that gives you the opportunity to pick and choose your spots. That was a great come around by Kevin Park.
Well, this is a golden opportunity for the team from Manitoba to get
the same weight, guys.
off to a good start. A great come around. When Jerry rolled to the back of the 12-foot, he had to hit that stone that was in the 4-foot and stay right in that area. When he rolled over there, it allowed Stoughton to ask Kevin Park to go around, and a good come around he made. Now you spread them out.
I got you back there, Kevin.
This one can go back if you want to play a double. You can't hit the red one that's already in the house onto and roll over onto a back rock, or you'll jam it. So this is a great position for Kevin Park to draw to the back stone.
Right to it. Hard line. Hard, guys, hard. Hard line. Come on, lead on.
Earlier today, you said draw weight was about 14.
Come on. Go.
So that'll slip behind the tee line, back edge of the 8. Let's take a look at the ice times now. They're brought to you by M&M Meat Shops. Hundreds of meal ideas, one aisle.
It's just a little faster to start the game. We expect it to be about 14 to 14 and a half seconds between the hog line for draw, 9.5 for hit, and 16 for guard. It's fast, and you do get good curl on this ice, so it gives you the opportunity to play almost any shot.
Roll in that direction here. You can.
One thing you know is Stoughton is going to respect the hitting ability of the Simmons team. They do it so well, so you have to be very careful if you're Jeff Stoughton as to rock placement.
Steve, anything? No. Okay.
That's perfect, actually, for Pat. Makes the hit a little more difficult. He has to be careful. Jeff has to be careful not to jam it on the back one. He needs to kind of get a little roll, or he won't be lying the 2.
I don't mind that, eh?
And if he does that, he could jam on the back one.
We have to roll a bit, delay second.
Well, I think he's got us here, eh?
Yeah, we have to roll in just a little bit then. Okay. Just nice. Just nice. Okay. I think we do.
It's really the best Pat could do.
Yeah.
Just needs to make contact a little bit on the inside, the center line side,
nice
to ensure that the 2 stones are first and second shot belonging to the Stoughton team.
Well, I've been watching that setup and this delivery for a long time.
And seeing that corn broom for a long time, I think.
Roll up.
That doesn't look like a new corn broom.
Stay close. Yep. No. Yes. Hard. Hard now. Whoa. 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 Got a curl. Roll it, Stevie. All you can. Yep. Good. Good boy. Good shot.
Just great execution, actually, by Pat and then by Jeff.
Good shot, Joe.
Thanks.
Once again, Pat has to be a little cautious and not jamming. He'd like to roll a little bit to the center line, but you've got to be careful that you don't jam it on the one behind.
Make his nose
Give
hit
up
tough.
3. He's kind of conceding 2 here a little bit. He did that when he peeled off the front guard.
Well, Pat would love to roll to a position where he was just shot rock. Pat is very deliberate in the hack. Takes quite a time to set up and visualize the shot.
Weight's
Great
good.
mechanics, balanced delivery.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Weight's good. Whoa. Whoa. Steve.
And so it'll be a straight draw. Full 8 foot for Stoughton to pick up his 2 points.
That was really a dream end, the way it's set up for the team with last rock when they got a chance to go around that corner guard, and that's why they throw those rocks out there. That's an end you could use in any class or school. And then when you're working with less experienced curlers.
That was a great setup, and it only took one little mistake by Simmons, rolling away instead of staying shot rock somewhere in an area where Jeff had to deal with it. It rolled away, left a come around and a freeze to a back rock. The perfect way to set up a deuce.
We talk about the little wee mistakes. Jerry just rolled a little too far, allowing a come around.
Still
And
good, yeah. Yeah. All you guys. Easy, guys. That's good. Clean it. Clean it up. Keep it live.
Closest to Stone on the left. That's Rob Fowler. Steve Gould out in front.
Go.
Full 8 foot.
You just like clean. Boy, Jeff, good shoot. Yeah, a little bit.
And there it is, as he'll cover the pin. Nice start for Jeff Stoughton. And the team from the Charleswood and Winnipeg picks up a deuce.
This Sports Center update is brought to you by Esquire Movado Watches. My world, my watch.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Sports Center Newsroom. I'm Darren Detition. We got more curling coming your way in just a moment or two. Let us bring you up to date on some of the other stories that we are currently working on in the newsroom. We begin with the National Hockey League. Canucks Red Wings down a goal in the second. Mason Raymond will tip home his 8th of the year on the power play. That'll tie the game up at 1. Wings have just scored, by the way. It's now 2-1. Sens Flyers 4-1. Phil in the third. Danny Briere will get his 2nd of the night, 7th of the season. Flyers win their 5th straight. They roll 5-1 right now over on TSN2. It's the Heat taking on the Cavs in the first quarter. LeBron explodes to the hole and throws down a two-hander. Cavs up by 5 at the break. Leafs defenseman Mike Komisarek, they say he's going to be out for the next 3 weeks due to a quad tear. Sports Center will come your way immediately following the curling tonight. We'll have the latest from the National Hockey League, CFL, and more. We'll see you then.
It's got plenty of pickup. You don't even really feel like you're driving a hybrid. And it's only a 4-cylinder, but man, this thing hauls. It really does. I mean, if you want me to show you, I sure can.
The cool thing about Sync is it makes it really easy to get from one song or one playlist or one genre.
Please say a command.
Play genre rock.
Playing genre rock.
Nothing feels like cashmere.
Hey, Tim's for lunch? Oh, yeah. They got French onion soup now.
French onion soup.
What are you doing?
To Tim Hortons, James.
Right. I'm James.
Tally-ho! Make it quick. Delectable croutons and cheese await. James, my dog. Driver. Tom.
A rich broth with seasoned croutons and a 4-cheese blend. Tim Hortons' new French onion soup, just $2.59. Always a great value.
This is indubitably
Always Tim Hortons.
good.
The path to victory is paved with losers, feeble stepping stones destined to crumble against the destructive forces of a superior mind, who will come to be known as the Victor. Conquer your friends with the new faster Game of Risk.
It's a great day for a great dinner, but first you have to find time to get your son to soccer, find time to get your daughter to ballet. Now, if only you could find your car keys.
Luckily, there's M&M Meat Shop's fully cooked seasoned back ribs, ready fast and easy. Because when time isn't on your side, we are.
This Road to the Roar is a triple knockout event. 12 teams on the women's side began play Tuesday. We've already had a couple of teams eliminated, and going home. Ev Belisle of Quebec, Michelle Inglot from Saskatchewan. Earlier today, Crystal Webster of Calgary beat Kelly Scott, and so Webster picked up the ticket to Edmonton, meaning Scott drops to the B side now and having to regroup very quickly against Marie-France LaRouche, and Scott picks up a deuce with the hammer against LaRouche as they go to the second. Meanwhile, another B-side game is Amber Holland from Cronulla, Saskatchewan against Krista McCarville from the Fort William in Thunder Bay, and they blanked the first end there, and it is Holland with the hammer. So on the B side, these are all the teams who have lost just the single game, and you see those are the two games on the ice right now. The winners will move on, and they will become the B-side qualifier. Everyone else, you lose, you drop to the C side, and there are no second chances. And we will have that women's B-side final for you when we're back with day 2 of our coverage. As we welcome you back inside the CN Center. Jeff Stoughton opens with a couple. It's now Pat Simmons playing the Yellowstones, who has the hammer here in the second.
Well, top of the forefoot for Stevie Gould with his first one, ignored by Pat Simmons. Up goes the corner guard. That's the Yellowstone you see out in front. And then Jeff called for and got the tight guard. And Pat chose to come around that. He can't peel it off, of course. He couldn't peel it off, of course. So he got the angle as he wanted. Nice shot.
Top 4.
So this will be the interesting part. We're now seeing a lot of play to the middle. We did not see that last end. So it's always interesting to see how long they set up the angles and which team goes to try and clear it, maybe open it up, play a double run back, something like that. So we'll see how long they set up these angles.
All right, Rob.
Not a bad shot. He wanted it to curl a little more. Set up a little better angle. In the early part of the game, the ice runs pretty true. We'll talk a little bit about it as we move through 6, 7, 8, and 9, because it does a nice talk with Wayne Madaw today, and the ice gets a little more difficult as you move through the game.
And the other thing we saw in the last round too is if a game ends early around you, it changes your sheet of ice. So you always have to be aware of what's happening on the other sheets as far as who's still out there playing and where the vacant ice is.
Well, Wayne has always been the proponent of going after and trying to do the most when the ice is fresh, and don't wait.
Yeah, he'll be aggressive early, Vic, when he knows the weight, knows the line, that sort of thing. That was a very nice shot, a little tap and roll by the Simmons team.
Okay.
8 or 10. We can sweep it a bit.
Jeff has asked Rob to just freeze to the face of the Yellowstone. The stone sitting in the 12-foot. We saw a little mistake cause an extra point last end, and
top 8.
This end is going to be a little more complicated opposed to the first end because of the fact that there was a tight guard played.
Off. Top of the hair. Whoa, let's let it go.
As I said, Pat Simmons likes to go to defense a lot, but so far we've seen some terrific offense from the Simmons team, and this is the kind of end he will do it. When he has the hammer, he'll try and set up some rocks and go for the big score.
It's going to come back, and it might roll like this, eh? Okay. This board.
Board weight on the top red stone, driving it on the yellow, and drive the yellow hopefully back onto the face of the red and roll over in front of the yellow stone in the forefoot.
So this is the, sorry, Ray.
No, go ahead, that's fine.
First move after the setups to actually rearrange the rocks with some sort of hit weight.
Hair strong. Whoa, hair strong. Clean.
Red light.
Whoa, yep. Whoa, no. Whoa, yeah, whoa, right off. Real heavy, eh? Whoa. That's fine. Okay, it's good. Just 4 rocks. Gone red in the hack a couple times. I think his battery might be dead.
Well, we heard that earlier today as well, Linda. That's the electronic handles, and sometimes they will start to
You're first rock of the
to
game.
turn red, indicating a battery failure.
Speed's
And
good
the
here,
players
obviously.
are picking up on that.
They usually change it in the break of the next end. It was clear it was doing it from the beginning of the delivery,
about
not
halfway
where it would
with
be
this.
a hog line violation.
How far?
Halfway's good.
Hey.
Yeah.
Kevin Park, we were off doing the Scott Dermot Hearts last year when the provincial playdowns in Manitoba were on. I think I talked about this last year, and friends of mine that watched the provincial playdowns said that Kevin Park put on an unbelievable display of curling in those provincial playdowns that took Jeff Stoughton and ultimately took them to the final of the Brier. I thought that Kevin, and I think he would admit to this, that he didn't play quite as well in the Brier. Yet they got to the final, so it's hard to criticize it, but I'm just saying wasn't quite as sharp as he was in the provincials. But he is very capable. We've known that for years. He has got everything. Yeah, it's time to get something moved around here. Pat Simmons realized he's got to get in. He can't be giving up a steal of any nature at this point.
The two rocks in the 4-foot are in a okay spot for Pat Simmons, but he has to be able to see those rocks in a very nice shot. You can see the good angle, yellow onto red in the button area. Even the other angle, yellow onto red, is not too bad. So Jeff's going to have to be careful here.
There's the one. There's the two, and you get them both off, as Linda mentioned, and the rocks in the rings do favor the Saskatchewan skips.
Guard. A little tighter. Okay, well, we can half rock if you like that half rocker.
On that back one.
Doesn't it go onto the red? No. Yeah. Okay, well, maybe Jeff will do it next time. Same shot?
Yeah. He said a hair tighter.
That's a hair less ice.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't need to curl, though. Okay.
Lots of conversation. Anyway.
I'll give you the same.
Okay.
Hair tighter.
Line's
easy.
Good. Line's good, guys. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, baby, stop.
Okay.
You heard him say out of his hand, he thought he was a little bit inside. A hair tighter was the comment.
That's where we called it, wasn't it?
I think he actually meant tighter to the rings as far as the weight goes, and that one seemed to pick up the curl very quickly. I think that's what surprised them.
Live look at the women's B-side game. Marie-France LaRouche trailing Kelly Scott 2-0. Final stone for LaRouche, who was a runner-up at the Scotties to Colleen Jones back in 2004, has made 4 appearances at the Scotties. Right now it is Scott lying one, top of the 8-foot, maybe nibbling at the 4. And this would be Linda just maybe to cut her down unless she can grab enough. No, she'll rub and roll. Maybe had a notion that she could get enough of the 4-foot, but it'll be a steal of one more, and Scott leads 3-0.
Well, that loss has not stopped Kelly Scott from playing a lot of rocks. A lot of guards out in front over on that sheet.
They got that guard right where they wanted it. That was about where they wanted it. That's what you heard Kevin say. That's where he called for it. You had to be careful that it didn't over curl. I don't think they want it too tight to the rings. Give the Pat a chance to drive it in.
Line's good. Line's good.
He's gonna have to curl, guys.
Where is he?
Halfway. No, line's good. Line's good.
Line's good.
Line's good.
Get ready, Rob. Line's really
no,
good.
no, 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 no. Yep, go now. Go.
Hard, Dan. Hard.
Come on. Come on.
Hard.
Bite the line, guys.
Hard.
Bite the line.
Hard.
Go.
Bite the line. Hard.
Good brush.
Perfect spot.
Another of the women's B-side games, Amber Holland from the hamlet of Cronau, which is southeast of Regina, against Krista McCarville from the Fort William Curling Club in Thunder Bay. They blanked the first. This is Holland's final stone, the 1992 Canadian Junior Champion. She played in the trials of 2001, went 4-5 that year. She'll pick up her single. She has the lead early as they go to the third.
Just doesn't get this far back to kick that in.
It hits it, but... Might push it out a shot and never killing it, though.
Yeah.
You're losing the 8.
We can play it just to like...
That's okay, though, really. I mean, we're buried, right?
Except that you're going to take his out to here. I think he's got a tough shot. He's going to roll out with his shooter.
And we'll update you,
it's gonna go deep
Wayne
first.
Madaw out of the St. George's Golf Club in Toronto scores 1. He's tied with Bob Ursel.
Let's either that or play that straight back onto the yellow.
The nose isn't bad either, if you ever make that right into here.
The reason, the obvious reason that they didn't want the guard too tight to the rings was it would be much easier to run back.
Yeah, I think we got to throw board.
The discussion is whether or not when you hit this yellow one on center line, you get rocks to move around in a position that will still favor your team. Your being, of course, Simmons with the yellow rock. So yellow into red, and then they're talking about where the yellows will go.
You can play this. You can play the same shot and force us.
Yeah, we have the hit for 2.
We can make nose and we spin a couple inches and we're shot for 2.
They can see 3/4 of the stone. There it is there.
I like this.
Yeah.
This is one of those cases where the discussion was not just what you make, but what you leave.
Yep.
You want this shooter to stay around. That's was the main concern as they talked about the rings in the house.
Jeff Sharp and Steve Laycock picked it up very, very early. And they can't sneak it by that center guard.
Yeah, they got it down right out of his hand and just couldn't hold it. That was the weight he talked about.
Just guard.
Not much discussion here.
Halfway?
Just a guard. You heard Jeff say halfway.
It's good ice?
I think so.
Often at this stage, we're looking around the rings and just in front to see what Pat Simmons could use to drive into that situation on the button. But it's not favoring him that much. His yellow guards are quite bunched. They're a little hard to use. The red one, of course, at the center line, you could try and run in, but then you're using an opposition rock. And there isn't really a good angle off a side rock in the house. So Jeff is quite content to guard the situation.
Get a little more, Jeff.
Line's good.
A little more weight.
Clean it. Just clean.
Not bad.
Line's good.
No, it's over curling.
It's going to over curl, if anything. It's going to over curl.
Yeah, clean it. Light.
No. Relax. Clean.
Easy, Rob. You're fine.
Line's good. Line's real good.
Easy. He's got the double anyway.
Good.
Yeah, red.
Shot.
Well, there is an angle, but it is not an easy one.
It's your style shot.
I'm dead straight here. So give it a chance.
Anytime you're running a rock, it's 15 feet from the hog line to the top of the rings.
Thinner than 3/4, 2/3.
You're running a rock 18 feet, and The key in this particular situation
Straight
is
out.
that there are 2 red rocks in the rings.
The in off the one on the edge of the 12-foot, just too flat?
Yeah, too flat, Vic. You can drive this onto the yellow stone, the yellow onto yellow, and remove the back red one.
All right, now Jeff Stoughton in position to steal a point here in the third. He's up 2-0. Pat Simmons, final stone. You can hear Jerry Adam calling off the brush. What's he got? Runs it back, got one, move it. Look at this. Oh, what a shot. And then he backed it up. Unfortunately, he may have actually gotten a third. He'll get his deuce, and we're all tied at 2.
That was a great shot. He hit it just absolutely perfect.
Thanks. You try not to give a team an angle double, but that was a tough one.
The most anticipated event in curling history is now yours to enjoy 18 different ways. With all draws now on sale, you can see as many games as you want. Your days, your time. It's your own way to roar. As Canada's best teams fight for the right to wear the red and white in 2010. And every ticket includes admission to the Roar next door at Keith's Patch. Tim Hortons' Roar of the Rings. Reserve your place in history now.
Me laisse pas l'aimer, pourtant c'est lui que tu veux, c'est pas l'aimer, et tu m'oublies peu à peu. Je sais qu'un jour viendra, tu tomberas dans ses bras. Non, tu ne peux pas résister. Il sait que c'est plus fort que toi, et comme il te veut, un jour il t'aura.
I need to know my blades are sharp. There can't be any doubt. Same for shaving. My Gillette Fusion indicator strip tells me if the blade is fresh and when it may be time to change. I feel my best so I can be my best. Gillette Fusion. Fresh blade, better shave.
It's a great day for a great dinner, but first you have to find time to get your son to soccer, find time to get your daughter to ballet. Now, if only you could find your car keys.
Luckily, there's M&M Meat Shop's fully cooked seasoned back ribs, ready fast and easy. Because when time isn't on your side, we are.
At 5 months, your baby is about 8 inches long and weighs about 1 pound. At 5 months, my pregnancy ended, and Emma's life began at 4 months in a neonatal unit. I'm Diane Gushalak, and this is Emma, my happy and healthy little girl. The Sandra Schmirler Foundation provides critically needed funds for neonatal care right across Canada. Please help. A donation of $100 goes a long way in helping newborns like Emma. Not every child grows up to be a champion like Sandra, but every child deserves a chance to grow up.
Hey, Tim's for lunch? Oh, yeah. They got French onion soup now.
French onion soup.
What are you doing?
To Tim Hortons, James.
Right. I'm James.
Tally-ho! Make it quick. Delectable croutons and cheese await. James, my dog. Driver. Tom.
A rich broth with seasoned croutons and a 4-cheese blend. Tim Hortons' new French onion soup, just $2.59. Always a great value.
This is indubitably
Always Tim Hortons.
good.
Merry Christmas, Grandma and Grandpa!
But it's August.
I use my credit card miles. They block the good weeks. While we're at it, happy Thanksgiving. Dibs on the drumstick, old man. Oh, and happy birthdays.
Yippee.
Put your Halloween costumes on while Mommy hides Easter eggs. Hey, you're looking good. Gonna cook that?
Capital One Rewards. Fly any airline, anytime. Visit CapitalOne.ca.
Dad, I'm hot.
Yeah, we're all hot.
Genius needs a Capital One card.
What's in your wallet?
I think you could call this a key shot, brought to you by Cashmere Bathroom Tissue. Nothing feels like cashmere.
Well, this shot was always there, but it's a very difficult one to running it onto the yellow. I don't think that he got the, see here, just got the tick off the red one, and that's how he generated the double. And the rock went forward, as Vic mentioned, and he almost scored 3.
That would have been a little too greasy.
In truth, the one going forward prevented the other stone from rolling out of the ring, so he probably got the best result he could on that spin.
You're such a negative Nelly, I tell you.
I thought it was a great roll.
So it's 2-2 as we go to the third, and Jeff Stoughton has the hammer. playing the Redstones.
Off the line. Clean.
That was a wonderful shot. He got the best results he could, as Linda mentioned.
Line's good.
But, he came off the edge of the red one, which made the difference. And
well, Jeff Stoughton, when he finished throwing the guard, said it was there, but that's still a very, very hard shot. To say that you're leaving somebody a deuce, well, yes, but such a difficult throw. Something that the Simmons team does very well.
I know, but we had this much. What's he doing? Could have got Brown that easy.
Yeah.
So there is a guard out in front, come around by Stoughton, and then you just saw the one rub off. That gives Steve Gould a chance to play the hit.
Hard, guys. Hard, Robbie. Hard. Come on, guys. Got it. Go, hard. Got it. Go. Go, Robbie. Go.
Hard, Jeff. Good shot. Yeah.
Let's check in on the men's game between Wayne Middaugh, former Canadian world champion, and Bob Ursel, with Jim Cotter throwing the third stones for the Ursel team out of Kelowna in this 1-1 tie. Ursel coming home, as it were, to Prince George, spent 5 years here as an RCMP officer.
Right off. Right off. Right off.
It's a chance for 2, but this one the brushers just dropped off. You knew it was heavy.
So he'll pick up the single to take the 2-1 lead. Just a reminder, if you'd like to watch that game in its entirety, you can see it at curltv.com or go to tsn.ca for details and follow the links.
Heavy, Bob? No.
a couple nice shots by Stevie Gould. The come around in particular got it in the perfect spot in front of the top of the 8-foot. And
Afraid so.
Yep.
Hard, Jeff. Hard. That's
okay. Okay, Rob.
wanted to get the rollover as far as possible and stay in the rings, of course. Jeff looking for the hit and roll towards the center.
Normal.
We saw these types of shots this afternoon in the Kelly Scott Crystal Webster game, and they had difficulty getting rolls in behind.
Hard!
Okay, it's a good throw, Jeff.
Just had to get on it a little earlier. Easy to say, hard to do sometimes.
Freeze up.
That's one of those cases where you would have rather the Yellowstone actually roll completely out of play, because if anything, it gives Jeff Stoughton another one to use. You recall the first in where Jeff Stoughton used the come around in the freeze perfectly. Well, now he's got a similar kind of situation.
Ton of curling to do. Heavy.
Nice back there.
Whoa.
Yep. Let's go. Weight's good. Yep. Line only, Jeff. It's hopping. Okay.
Right to it, Steve.
Hard. Hard. Shot, Robbie.
Great shot by Rob.
Good boy.
You can see the decision here. Do you want to play the straight run back on the center line stone, or do you want to try and squeeze it off the face here?
You have to play a pick here because you left that yellow one at the back of the rings.
Whoa. Yep. Yes. Really gotta go.
Good. Good shot.
Live look at the game between Kelly Scott, Marie-France LaRouche women's B-side. We told you earlier, Kelly Scott losing the A-side final and that chance to go to Edmonton to Crystal Webster. Boy, Linda, she's put Kelly Scott I'm referring to has put all kinds of pressure on LaRouche. LaRouche now down 3-0 and having to draw the button, facing 3 here with her last one in the third.
That is the experience the Kelly Scott team has. They know how to recover, and so far they look like they're playing very well in this game.
Keep going.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And there it is. 1, 2, and a steal of 3. Scott leads 6-0.
Keep going.
Sorry, guys.
Okay, Kevin.
Well, a little break for Team Simmons.
Light throw.
Kevin came up light.
They're going to play the run back.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, right on.
Good boy, good shot.
Very nice shot.
Still leaves some guards for Jeff to work with.
Good shot, Greg.
Top 4. Yeah.
Out turn around the center guard, top 4 foot.
Almost deep. Let it curl. Pass the curl. Yep. Wait, pass the curl. Whoa, then whoa. Just at the end. Here it goes. Yep.
Line's real good.
Hard.
Yeah, go.
Hard. Come on, it's a good one.
It's going real good. Come on, go. Keep going. Come on, get in there a little more. Come on, go.
Keep going.
Fowler and Gould will drag it to the top edge of the 8.
That one died. Yeah, we just got to hit her a little earlier.
Okay. He was well by the guard.
Nice shot.
Yeah, he did miss the guard by a long way, Victor. They needed to get that to the top 4 foot, and the line would have been perfect. I think he can see a corner of it.
I think they're deciding to play the run back again.
They definitely are.
You know, fellas.
Jerry Adam puts down the fluorescent brush head.
It's a senior's brush.
For the, as the eyesight goes, you need that, do you?
Yeah, I have little lights on mine.
Yeah, like landing lights, eh? Like an airport. Yeah, beacons.
Whoa! Yes!
Got it again. Wow. And it just will spill out into the open. Too much to ask if he would just stuck it right there.
Yeah. Well, after the last end, I'm not sure Jeff Stoughton could have taken one where he nosed it and made the direct run back. He is just so good at those shots. It's a great weapon to have. It's something that used to be the weapon of a second, maybe a third, and now every member of the team is capable of all sorts of soft shots and those big run backs.
Stoughton looking for a roll. He can roll either way. I didn't see which way he indicated. He could go behind the. With that ice, I would think he's going to the outside.
Nice way, guys.
Going to roll to the outside.
Roll it under a little bit.
He can roll behind the long guard, which would make the run back more difficult. We'll watch for the weight here.
Nice.
Whoa. Whoa, guys. Whoa.
Real close.
Whoa, close. Whoa. No. Whoa.
Trying to get across the face and go behind the center one.
Yeah, well, you both mentioned that Jeff Stoughton had played a limited schedule, but he did win once. That was in Brandon. Also lost a final in Portage to Jason Gunlickson and picked up $15,000. It's been an interesting year really on the Gold Trail. when you consider it took the longest time for the likes of Kevin Martin and Glenn Howard to win. They won very late this fall. They, you know, when it was Brad Goosh, who had all the early success, Bob Ursel, who's on the ice, he had early success.
And it was interesting, too, as I mentioned, the number of events that teams played. Everybody was choosing different numbers of events, traveling to different locations. So you're right, it was really hard to track who was playing the best. They're just struggling a bit with the curl on this sheet.
Well, I'll tell you, they left that a long time. And
What are you basing that on, Jeff?
it was very, very dangerous.
Well, timed board, like the board down.
You know what happened?
By comparison, Team Simmons played in 5 events. They also picked up a win,
Yeah, because we were well
and just shy of $20,000.
I said very consistent qualifying in all 5 events, which is quite unusual on the tour.
Yeah, maybe. It's a few times that Rock's picked day, like it picked in a draw to the button, and
It had to, because it really went sideways. They looked at the split for 2, but it's just a little too difficult. It's a little too far over. So they're just throwing this through the rings to maintain last rock.
what's that?
Is that way here, Maury?
Yeah, if it's closer to this.
I got a cutter.
And there it goes, and so we'll put a blank on the board here in the 3rd. It remains a 2-2 tie. It's a final with a trip to Edmonton going to the winner.
Hurry!
Hurry.
Hurry!
Hard. Hurry. Hard.
Hurry! Hot.
Hey, Tim's for lunch? Oh, yeah. They got French onion soup now.
French onion soup.
What are you doing?
To Tim Hortons, James.
Right. I'm James.
Tally-ho! Make it quick. Delectable croutons and cheese await. James, my dog. Driver. Tom.
A rich broth with seasoned croutons and a 4-cheese blend. Tim Hortons' new French onion soup, just $2.59. Always a great value.
This is indubitably
Always Tim Hortons.
good.
Susie McNeil, you're an award-winning singer, and you've quit smoking. How did you do it?
It was difficult, especially as a musician. It's definitely part of the lifestyle. My pharmacist recommended Thrive lozenges, and he said it actually doubles your chances of becoming smoke-free.
I hear 4 out of 5 people prefer Thrive lozenges.
That totally makes sense to me. They have a smooth, bold mint flavor, and you need that good taste to be able to stay with it. If you want help with quitting, try Thrive lozenges.
Enterprise. Hi, I'm at the repair shop. I need to rent a car.
Enterprise will arrange to pick you up,
This is great.
drive you to our place, and get you on your way. Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Bonjour, madame.
La vie, Grand Marnier.
Have you heard about Restorelax?
It's a laxative that works with your body. Restorelax relieves constipation with no bloating, no gas, and no cramping.
It's the #1 doctor-recommended laxative in the U.S.
And it's available in Canada over the counter.
New Restorelax relieves occasional constipation by gently bringing water into your bowel. Restore your body's natural rhythm with Restorelax.
It's a great day for a great dinner, but first you have to find time to get your son to soccer, find time to get your daughter to ballet. Now, if only you could find your car keys.
Luckily, there's M&M Meat Shop's fully cooked seasoned back ribs, ready fast and easy. Because when time isn't on your side, we are.
We want to update the game between Wayne Madon of the St. George's Golf and Country Club in Toronto, Bob Ursel from the Kelowna Curling Club. And this is Madon, the two-time Canadian, two-time world champion, once with Russ Howard, once as by himself when he skipped his team. That was in '98. Has John Meade, John Epping, and Scott Bailey as part of his team, trying to remove a Ursel Stone back of the 4 and just by. So it's a steal of 1 for Ursel and a 3-1 lead. That's B-side, of course. You lose, you drop to the C-side, and then there are no more second chances. As we continue on, the blank in 3 remains a 2-2 time. And Jeff Stoughton, playing the Redstones, has the hammer.
Well, you don't see it very often. Got a little bit of a brushing error by the front end of Wayne Madaz on that shot we saw. They jumped hard on that from the very beginning, and obviously when you do that sometimes you straighten them out a little bit, and then of course it just didn't come back because the weight didn't look too far wrong, and he sailed by it.
It's heavy.
Oh, for line 2.
Line's real good. It's heavy.
I can't think
it's heavy.
No, cat.
there was a chance that Wayne had given himself that much too much ice. So.
Get it out of there, Jeff. Okay, Steve.
Jeff Stoughton looking to use the center guard put in place by Pat Simmons. Nice come around, just a little bit too deep.
Yeah, you take that stone and put it on the top of the 4-foot. It's certainly a different situation.
7-8. 7-8. 8.
Line's good.
8.
Room. Whoa, whoa.
You're heavy.
Line's good now.
Heavy.
Room still. Whoa, whoa. No.
Yes, we're gonna have to go high.
Got a curl still.
High as we can.
Heavy.
High as we can.
Whoa.
Good.
Good weight, Jeff.
Jeff Sharp right down on the corner.
Tapper. Going that way.
It'll go in there good too, Rob.
Robbie, you're on there.
Trying to come at the button the other way where there's a little more room to see the pin.
Sets up the proper angle as well.
Yep. A little heavy right now.
Stoughton.
No. Air heavy. It's getting better.
Line is fine, just for weight,
Top
guys.
of the hair,
We're
Jeff.
heavy. We're heavy.
Yep. Here it goes. Come on, Steve. Go.
Whoa, if you
Top
can.
in still.
Whoa,
Gotta go a
if you
bit.
can.
Gotta go.
Hard then.
Go. Come on, Steve. We gotta go.
Well, they were fooled by that weight because all along they were saying heavy, it's tapping, and we saw the time, which looked pretty well perfect for a draw, and it was just draw weight.
Building feels a little bit warmer tonight. It's not a much bigger crowd, unfortunately, but the building does feel a little warmer, and we know from past years and past events that can affect the ice a little bit, a little flattening.
Whoa, let's do it.
Bounce it a tiny bit.
That's what Wayne Madon mentioned to me earlier today, and it may have just come a little bit quicker.
Good. Very nice.
Nice angle set up for Pat.
We also sometimes hear them talk about picks, as we did in the last end, and quite often if you have warmer ice, we see it more in men's play because they apply so much weight when they're brushing. You often see marks from their feet going down the ice.
Sneaking a peek at the same time, the game between Scott and
Hard,
LaRouche.
guys. Really hard.
You can see that again, Scott is lying the 2.
Good, Rob.
One 4-foot, the other one is a biter on the edge of the 12. Final stone, Marie-France LaRouche.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. La ligne est verte. Elle reste large. Elle est large, c'est large, c'est large. On n'a rien, là. C'est large. On n'a
This needs to
rien.
come into the 4-foot, and they're calling out that it doesn't have the line. The brushers think it needs it for weight.
Line looks good. Line might be a hair tight.
I think it's there.
Catch enough? Did. So LaRouche gets her first point in the 4th. Trail 6-1.
Ah, mais c'est en lâchant qu'elle part.
Yep. Yep.
Straight peel. Straight peel. Yeah.
Stoughton does have a shot rock. There's a rock in front of it that's in a great position for Pat Simmons. So they're just going to peel this long guard.
Yep. Clean it. Good. Shot.
Checking in on the women's B side, and this is Amber Holland, Krista McCarville in a 1-1 tie. Holland with her final stone in the fourth.
The house is a mess and has been the entire end.
And trying to rattle things around and leaves one, and that belongs to McCarville, and so the skip from Thunder Bay has a 2-1 lead going to 5.
Yep. Yes. Yes.
Now they're making a play on the rock in the house, but you can tell by the expression on Jerry's face, he wasn't happy. It seemed to make a funny little move early.
Good. Just out, Jeff. Went early, eh?
So soft, eh? Like grab
How about the other way?
This is the kind of ice that we talk about with arena conditions where you sometimes get what looks, as Ray has said, a little bit soft. And that's why we talk so much about release and making sure that you throw with a positive handle, lots of rotation, so it doesn't grab what the ice is giving you. It is sort of the boss of the ice instead of the ice being the boss of the stone.
You want the hit here, catch the double, and just roll to the outside a little bit.
Other way. Okay.
Well, a reminder, our coverage of the Road to the Roar continues tomorrow. The women's B final, our coverage begins on TSN at 4 p.m. Eastern. That's 1 Pacific. As well, live pay-per-view streaming is available on Curl TV. You can follow the links at curltv.com or tsn.ca for details. So the winners of McCarville, Holland, Scott LaRouche will meet in the women's B final tomorrow.
You trying to move her yellow a little bit too? No, not. We don't have to.
This is all of a sudden looking like it might be a blank end.
Reminds me of what you were talking about earlier about how quickly an end can turn around with the big weight ability of these two teams. You have guards and rocks in behind, and all of a sudden you're looking at just a few in a potential blank. This is a hit and roll attempt by Pat Simmons. Hit the one red and roll in front of the other.
Whoa! Okay. Try this. He knows this. He's got the double.
I agree.
Around dead straight.
Just so dead down the center there, eh? Like
Look at the button line.
Respect for each of their abilities to play the big weight shots, the angle.
Weight held up better than Jerry.
Yeah, nice weight then. I think.
Raises which we've already seen, and now in this case the double.
Nice
so
just to give it a bit of control.
Right there, a little less.
No, that's good.
Okay.
they're playing the double.
Linda, Jeff Sharp was saying to Pat there, you know, it's just so dead down the middle.
Nice weight, guys.
What does it mean when you're throwing it and to use their expression, dead? What does it mean?
Well, it can mean a lot of things, Vic, but they're having trouble getting the curl that they want right in the path on the edge of the button. It could be that the pebble's a little flat. It doesn't seem to react the same. It definitely, in that case, of the last shot played by Simmons, ran straighter than they expected.
Whoa.
Jeff Stoughton and his first. He does have the hammer here in this fourth of a 2-2 tie.
Whoa. Yep. Hard. Hard. Real hard. Hard, guys. Go.
Hard on that shooter. Hard on the shooter. Oh, it's good. Spin, please. Good shot. Perfect. Very nice, Jeff.
Good brush. Thanks.
That worked out pretty well.
I was thinking that when you went to the hack, but maybe if we...
Pat would like to have been able to play the double, but the Yellowstone stayed in the position. Jeff rolled to a perfect spot.
That was a great shot, and the other times that Jeff has had opportunities to set up deuces, it's come on rocks being spread out. With the grouping of the rocks in the 4-foot area, it is much tougher to prevent doubles. But the roll and leaving the yellow in play did just that.
Yeah.
Once again, Sharp and Laycock picking it up very early.
Well, for the level of these athletes, those last two hits by Pat Simmons were not that close. We just don't normally see those kind of problems with the line for these top skips.
Well, you think of the accurate shots he played going the other way with the runbacks, but that was with the solid weight, and those shots he played with quieter weight. And I think the ice is having a little bit of effect on what's happening out here. I think it's got a little bit softer a little bit earlier than it normally did during the early part of the week, but just kind of caught Pat a couple times.
Final stone for Jeff Stoughton, drawing for a possible deuce. Flying one, top 8 foot.
Take a look, guys.
They'll watch this one closely because they have been digging in a little bit.
Where is he?
Just keep it going.
It's fine, Jeff. Keep it live. It's okay, guys.
Okay.
Keep it going. Keep it going. It's good.
Good brush, guys.
Oh boy, good sweeping, guys.
Good brush.
Well, they're watching them closely.
For a couple here in the fourth. Stoughton leads it by 2.
The most anticipated event in curling history is now yours to enjoy 18 different ways. With all draws now on sale, you can see as many games as you want. Your days, your time. It's your own way to roar. As Canada's best teams fight for the right to wear the red and white in 2010. And every ticket includes admission to the Roar next door at Keith's Patch. Tim Hortons' Roar of the Rings. Reserve your place in history now.
The goal of the program is for the kids to have fun curling. Teach them a new sport that they've never seen before. I think you can hear and see by the screaming and yelling that they're really enjoying it. By taking the program into the schools, we're reaching a lot of communities that have no access to curling, that have never seen the sport before. So we're hoping to reach a whole new audience base, and of course youth as well. I mean, for the future of the sport, we've got to get kids involved. Watch for us in major urban centers across the country starting as early as next school season.
It's tough. It's a truck, and it's a Ford F-150.
I've got a job to do.
And this truck makes it easier.
Tailgate step.
Bogside steps.
I can stow the back seats with one hand.
Look at this. Tool inventory control. It's a mobile office.
Why didn't anybody else think of this stuff? It took Ford to figure it out.
Count me in.
I've been waiting a long time for this.
Ford's getting it done.
I drive one.
I drive one.
I drive one.
The new 2010 F-150. This is Ford today. Drive one.
Why are sponge towels so absorbent? Well, this pattern of concentric rings provides us sponge pockets with maximum absorption. The unique design allows us to take on any spill. Oh, look. There's one now. See? Dry as a bone. It's also quite slimming. Sponge towels with super absorbent sponge pockets. Nothing absorbs like it.
Hey,
Tim's for lunch?
Oh, yeah. They got French onion soup now.
French onion soup.
What are you doing?
To Tim Hortons, James.
Right. I'm James.
Tally-ho! Make it quick. Delectable croutons and cheese await. James, my dog. Driver. Tom.
A rich broth with seasoned croutons and a 4-cheese blend. Tim Hortons' new French onion soup, just $2.59. Always a great value.
This is indubitably.
Always Tim Hortons.
Good.
There's no substitute for the best. Energizer Ultimate Lithium. Keep going.
It's a great day for a great dinner, but first you have to find time to get your son to soccer, find time to get your daughter to ballet. Now, if only you could find your car keys.
Luckily, there's M&M Meat Shop's fully cooked seasoned back ribs, ready fast and easy. Because when time isn't on your side, we are.
And yes, Kevin Martin will be one of the teams who will play at the Tim Hortons Roar of the Rings, having already qualified along with Glenn Howard, Kevin Cooey, and Randy Furby. And we were just saying, of those 4 teams, 3 of them, Martin, Cooey, Furby, all from Edmonton, they will all be playing at home. It all begins December the 6th, the Tim Hortons Roar of the Rings, the Canadian Curling Trials, as we welcome you back to Prince George, the CN Centre. 4-2, Jeff Stoughton leads at Simmons.
That was an interesting game. Sorry, Vic.
It's okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You want you to finish. I want to know who has last rock here.
It's all right.
Well, that would be Pat Simmons, and that would be a corner guard call because the first one comes in.
Mine's good.
He wants to get back that deuce that Jeff Stoughton just made. Probably that hit and roll, which actually wasn't exactly the call they made.
No, that's right.
Turned out to be a fantastic shot for Stoughton to set up the deuce.
Yeah, it's hit the rocks in a horrible angle for Pat Simmons, and you heard Jeff talk about, we're going to play the double here and get them spread out and make it his double difficult, but it just rolled and spun into a perfect spot to set up. So Jeff, with his own shot, set up those 2 points.
About the same? Hair less?
Top 12.
Not bad line.
Hold in.
Line's good.
Whoa, it's heavy.
Steve works for Asham Curling Supplies.
Sweep it if you can. Can't see. Okay,
It's
it's
in.
fine.
It's
It's
in.
fine.
It's in.
Okay.
That's kind of what I thought. Okay. It's fine, Steve.
Okay.
Kind of thought it was in.
Slides a little bit of that rock.
A little too deep. It allows Pat to play the top stone and get the roll in behind the corner guard as well as make the double. The roll is what he wants here.
Clean. Yep. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Yes. Yep. Whoa. Hard. Whoa. 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 Hard. Yep.
Beautiful.
Another one, Jeff.
It's a marvelous shot.
Well, it just seems yesterday we were watching him win a Canadian
kickers
Oh,
and
yeah.
a world junior
Juniors.
champion. And
Yeah.
look at him now.
Yeah.
2003. You were there, weren't you, Linda? Wasn't that the year you were at the?
I was there, and
Yeah.
you were here.
Yes, one of those. Yeah. Yeah.
We were in the studio.
That was one of those, yes, and you can tell occasionally, and that was one of them when the brushing is called that Steve wants to get involved, but he plays a very good front end for Pat Simmons. What a great shot to move both of the Reds back, but still leave them in a position where you could play a freeze if you wanted to.
Jeff works for Colony Coffee.
Line's a hair tight. 3. Line's a little tight.
The choice about whether to guard the rock in the rings or play another one in the house especially in men's play where they can play big weight doubles, usually depends on which player is throwing. So we're fairly early in the end, and that means that Pat Simmons will try the guard for a while. Later in the end, he would feel comfortable coming in. He just doesn't want to leave a double by a few combinations being set up as the end progresses.
Yeah, there's no question. You're absolutely right. That guard is dictated by the fact that they're early in this end. It's too soon to split the rings.
Hard. Okay. Okay, Rob.
Execution now can get you your second point in this end and tie the match up.
Same weight. Clean. A little tighter line. Clean. Curl them hard. Whoa. Over curling the hair. Whoa. Whoa. Hit. Hit.
Hack waiter at this.
That one over curled. There is about half a rock showing.
Bumper.
Okay, bumper?
Yeah, bumper's good.
It's your peel wrap. Here, I think it'll curl with bumper, though.
Yeah, I think so. That looks good too, Kev.
Looks good. Just bumper, nothing heavier than that.
Okay.
Chance to get at it now and just roll over a little bit. You don't want to roll out because the corner guard is still there. That's why the call on the weight. Just playing it quietly.
Big scrub, though, from Golden Fowler. Hold it by the guard, and now they'll roll it towards the center line and sit top 4 foot.
Shot, Kevin.
Good sweep.
That was a weight shot all the way. Beautiful shot.
Well, we know the ice will curl. That last guard for Simmons over curled, so they're going to go back behind the guard, ignoring shot rock in the 4 foot as it is wide open.
Yep. Yep. Gotta go weight. Hard. Yep, for line 2. Hard line. Hard for line. 2. Hard.
3, 4.
Hard.
Yeah, let's go. Go.
Whoa. Just a hair light.
Maybe a hair light has just been touch light out of his hand.
Yeah, that was a great opportunity. That corner guard is in the spot where you can really get the curl in behind. And now, after missing that, you throw it back to Jeff's court, and he's calling a guard.
Okay. Give you a nice guard weight, you put it in position.
Halfway-ish. A little tighter if you can, guys. Let's go.
Line's
Pardon
fine.
me? Far as he'll go.
Yep.
Hard, guys. Come on. Got to bite the center line. Hard.
Come on, lean on it. Quicker. Keep going.
Golden
Keep
Fowler
going.
trying to make the most out of this.
Okay, Kevin.
It is tough ice for brushing, and you hear the Stoughton team use the term keep it alive, try and carry it, because once it starts to slow, it slows very quickly and you lose that line.
This really gives them a chance now to come down, get that, and roll behind those two.
Here's strong. Yep. Whoa. Here's strong. Whoa. Yeah. Gotta go. Hard. Whoa. Yeah, go.
Jump it over. Yeah. And they'll do exactly that, taking advantage of those 2 stones in front.
Yeah, made one.
Beautiful shot.
When it calls to calling the line on these shots, you have to believe, because with the house being less lively, You have to catch it a little thinner to get the roll in behind. So they believe they stayed with the brushing, and there's the great roll.
Charger.
Thanks.
Just needed a little tighter house to the guard, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was perfect line.
Straight.
Yeah.
Run back, try and get it out of there. It's a marvelous roll.
Wait. Yep. Yes. Really hard. Roll the shooter.
Running it back and just missing, and then leaving the shooter there as well as we check in on Scott and LaRouche. Final stone for Marie-France, pardon me, Kelly Scott, leading 6-1 as they play in the 5th. And looking to get the red stone off the back of the button. And does just that to pick up the single. Top 4 leads 7-1 as they go to the break.
Drawing the button speed, or is it a little heavier than drawing the button?
Well, your draw the button speed would be top 12, top 8. So that's probably good.
Okay, yeah, that's probably close then, yeah.
So they're talking about the draw to the button prior to the game that declared the hammer in the first end, and how it is now comparing to the speed of the ice, which is a little slower.
Golden opportunity here to get around the center guard.
Seven, 8.
Clean. Yep.
7, 8.
Yep. Hard line. Yep. Hard for line, run. Hard.
Oh boy, here.
No, we're on
Sharp
the
and Laycock, are they on this red stone?
It just took off out of his hand. It's almost like it picked something.
Come on, Steve. Come on.
In fairness to Pat, he looked like to me, and we're right behind the sheet. I'm right behind it. You guys are over a bit, but he got out to the stick too, and it just went sideways on him.
Not the first time he's talked about this, though.
No.
Wow, it was gone immediately.
Yeah, it's just, maybe we're just throwing 2 soft handles. Maybe
we're both pretty positive on that one. Thoughts?
We're talking about the rotation a little bit here. Now watch this. He got right out to the broom, that's for sure. And he seemed to put a little rotation on it. Positive rotation is what Linda talks about all the time. But it just moved sideways.
It was fine, I think, eh? Yeah. Plenty.
Yeah, what they were saying.
It did look like a good release. One thing to manage the break teams do is throw to the margin. That's a little in-out release, but he looked actually like he even did that, and it still didn't work.
Well, as I mentioned, I'm right behind this sheet, and it sure looked to me like he threw it well.
Played it. Yep. Yes.
You can tell by the...
Really hard. Harder. Hard, guys. Harder. Hard. Come on, lean on it. Quick. Hard. Come on, Kevin, get it out.
Enough to push it through, and yes, just enough.
Linda talked about that outturn really moving, but I mean, that was unbelievable.
Good brush.
Well, Simmons does have the draw here for the deuce. There's that little biter. Top 12.
And that last one, they really weren't even sure they were going to make contact. They were panicking on getting that one brushed to catch a piece. So these teams are very unsure about the ice right now.
Yep.
There's the top 12 stone. A little bit more room to get in now. But it puts a lot of doubt in your mind.
Line's fine. Good line.
You can't hurt it. Sweep it hard. Sweep it hard. You can't hurt it. Sweep it hard.
Keep the brushes down.
Lots
Keep the brushes down.
Put it in the paint.
Don't touch the rock, Steve.
Good.
for the deuce. Pat Simmons. We're halfway through this men's A final. We're all even.
'2009 Road to the Roar Curling on TSN is brought to you by Ford. Drive one. This Sports Center update is brought to you by Peak Performance Products, makers of Peak Antifreeze.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Sports Center newsroom. I'm Darren Detition. We got more curling coming your way in just a moment or two. Let us bring you up to date in some of the action in the NHL tonight. Pretty good night. We'll start with the Montreal Canadiens taking on the Phoenix Coyotes. It's 1-0 for the Habbies in the second. It's the former Montreal player, Robert Lang, putting home his 4th of the season. Canadiens have just scored, though. They've reclaimed the lead. It's now 2-1 there. NFL, Bears-Niners, second quarter. Frank Gore is going to run it in from 14 yards out. His 6th rushing touchdown of the season. It's now 10-6 San Francisco. Jay Cutler, by the way, with 4 picks and going on right now on TSN2. It's the Cavs and the Heat. LeBron leading the way with 19 at the half. Third quarter, Shaq would rock the rim. It's now 106-99 as Cleveland continues to lead that basketball game. Meanwhile, Leafs defenseman Mike Komisarek, they say he's going to be out for 3 weeks. We'll see it a little later on.
The most anticipated event in curling history is now yours to enjoy 18 different ways. With all draws now on sale, you can see as many games as you want. Your days, your time. It's your own way to roar. As Canada's best teams fight for the right to wear the red and white in 2010. And every ticket includes admission to the Roar next door at Keith's Patch. Tim Hortons' Roar of the Rings. Reserve your place in history now.
Redeeming your points with rewards credit cards can be really
Hurry hard!
With their rewards expiration and travel restrictions, getting rewards you actually want can be really
hard!
But with a rewards card from Capital One,
redeeming is
easy.
With a rewards MasterCard from Capital One, it's easy. Travel when and where you want or redeem for cash. Visit CapitalOne.ca.
What's in your wallet?
It's got plenty of pickup. You don't even really feel like you're driving a hybrid. And it's only a 4-cylinder, but man, this thing hauls. It really does. I mean, if you want me to show you, I sure can. This is the energy flow of the car, which I think is really cool. So when you're braking, you're actually recharging the battery, which that's awesome.
Feels like cashmere.
Madon Ursel in a men's B-side game here on this opening day of our coverage, the Road to the Roar. Throwing the 4th stones for the Ursel team out of Kelowna's Jim Cotter, with Madon lying 1. Front end, Rick Sawatsky, Kevin Folk. Ursel, a 2-time winner on the tour this year. Against Madon, who hardly played at all. This Madon team playing just 15 games this year due to work commitments, family commitments. John Meade and his wife celebrating the birth of their daughter 7 weeks ago. And so on the B side, you can see Ursula Madon trying to stay alive. And the loser of our A side final will drop in and will play the winner of Ursula Madon. Our feature game, of course, Jeff Stoughton, Pat Simmons. The winner gets a trip to Edmonton. We're tied 4-4 through 5, and it's time to check those numbers midway through. And they're brought to you by M&M Meat Shops. Hundreds of meal ideas, one aisle.
Well, it stayed with the fact that both of these teams have yet to give up a steal. There have been deuces traded back and forth and some spectacular shots to get there. Both teams in the 80% range, Stoughton with the edge. The only question mark as we head to the next 5 is about the ice. They're having a little bit of doubt of how much curl it has.
We're tied at 4.
Well, the thing is, we don't mind.
Hurry.
Hurry.
Hard. Hurry.
Hard.
Hurry.
Swiffer 360 Dusters cleans dust and allergens so deeply, you'll send your old feather duster packing. Swiffer 360 Dusters cleans deep into hard-to-reach places. It reduces up to 75% of allergens that feather dusters can leave behind. The thick all-around fibers trap and lock on contact to clean better. Swiffer gives cleaning a deep new meaning.
Today is slowly unfolding. Soft petals caressing the skin. A calm within. Bliss surrounds you like a cloud.
Nothing feels like cashmere.
It's a great day for a great dinner, but first you have to find time to get your son to soccer, find time to get your daughter to ballet. Now, if only you could find your car keys.
Luckily, there's M&M Meat Shop's fully cooked seasoned back ribs, ready fast and easy. Because when time isn't on your side, we are.
The chances of making it into the NFL are over 1,000,000 to 1. But how he got there
Do you have any place to stay tonight?
defied all odds. The Blind Side.
In theaters November 20th.
What is she thinking?
Oh, wow. That looks great. I love it.
Yeah, I love it too. But look at the hole I just found right here.
Oh, no, I didn't see that. That's awful. Honey.
Guess we're not gonna match again. This keeps happening. It was a good
Such
try.
a huge
Yeah, I guess I'll
hole.
just go with this.
Welcome to the Society of Uncompromising Men. Welcome to the Wiserhood.
This is our backyard. This is our hill. And these are our HD moments. Experience them on Viera. From Panasonic, official HD TV of the Olympic Games.
2009 Road to the Roar Curling on TSN is brought to you by Sponge Towels. Nothing absorbs like it. By Tim Hortons' new French onion soup. Bon appetit. And by M&M Meat Shops. Hundreds of meal ideas, one aisle.
Before we get back to our featured game, let's update you on the women's B-side, Amber Holland and Krista McCarville. This is Amber Holland, former Canadian junior champion. She won a silver medal at the World Juniors going back to 1992-93. And as we mentioned, played in a previous Canadian curling trials back in 2001 out of the Cronau Curling Club. We'll play the double bump, and enough to get the deuce. 2 for Holland. Or McCarville, pardon me, picks up the steal of 2 to lead 5-1. I'm sorry.
A tell you, Krista McCarville looks like she's just putting everything into play. That's one of those series that even though you get a lead, you just stick with what got you there, and she is putting all the rocks in play and causing all sorts of trouble for Admiral Holland on that sheet.
Well, she's played very well all week. Earlier in the week, she made an unbelievable draw to the. She had about 3 inches to draw to against Heather Rankin to win a game, and she made it. And sometimes shots like that will carry you a long way, and she really looks confident.
Oh, no, can't touch it. Can't touch it. No.
And a reminder, those 2 winners tonight between Holland McCarville and LaRouche Scott will play for the B-side final and a trip to Edmonton tomorrow.
Heavy. It is.
Great numbers for Steve. They've traded deuces, so it's Stoughton's turn to try and set up the end. First one short by Steve. The next one a nice come around by Steve Gould. And now Steve Laycock asked for the freeze.
Hard all the way line.
Very nice.
Yep, lay it in there. Same. Hair less. No, it's not. Where you at? Can't. Whoa, then. Up forward. Whoa. Come down. Weight's good. Oh. Whoa, line, guys.
They would rather have had that on top of the forefoot as opposed to the button.
Lots of Canadian junior experience on the ice tonight. Going back to Bobby Ursul in 1984. Steve Laycock, the latest in 2003. He went on to win the World Championship as well.
Whoa, if you can. Whoa. 6. Whoa, still got a curl. Whoa.
It's all there.
Off.
It's all there.
Off for line. No.
We talk about how difficult it is to make the leap from juniors into adult play. Rachel Homan is here as a junior and is playing very well at this level. We see the difference, though, in Steve Laycock, for example, making the move from juniors into adult play, playing front end. And that is the decision a lot of people have to make. Do they stick with their junior team knowing it will take time to develop? Or do you go with someone with more experience and learn from them as a lead or a second, for example?
I don't think there's any question you're going to see people like Caitlin Laws and Steve Laycock and those great juniors come back to the game at a little later age, and then they'll be skipping again. And I don't need a long time from now, but they get the experience playing in this position, and then
It's good touching it.
Okay, well then, whoa. You have to go a bit for it.
they'll go back to the many cases and skip teams, get the experience.
Well, you only have to look at somebody like a Wayne Madaw. There's the intern, as it were, the front end position, and then move up to the skips position. 14 Canadian Junior Championships in this field. Another 12 Canadian Junior Championships are already in the field in Edmonton.
What if you throw the guard, Pat?
What's that?
Is the guard a bad call?
A guard? I think this is pretty good.
That's what I like.
All right.
The reason you would play a guard is the point at this stage of the game for Simmons is to force the single, and Stoughton has one in a nice position, so you could try and just guard the situation and hope he doesn't have a chance to rearrange anything and set up a deuce. But bringing it into a position top 8 has a similar effect, Pat Simmons is saying, and still sets up some possibilities with third and skip stones to actually move into the shot rock position.
You just have to make sure that the stone doesn't set up someplace that works against you.
Line's good now. Whoa, still heavy. Whoa. Clean. Yep. Whoa.
Big shot.
Atta boy. Good shot.
exactly where he wanted it. This all started when the you can see the stone sitting on the button. The Stevie Gould came a little too deep. It was a great come around. He got it fully buried, but just a little too deep.
Probably here anyway.
B-side, Kelly Scott just is relentless. And now lying 4, Marie-France LaRouche, final stone. Annie LeMay is on the right. Joelle Saverin on the left. Nancy Belanger is calling the line. Needs full 8. And we'll get to the top 4 who saved the single point. 7-2 Scott leads.
Stoughton has decided to try and bump up everything and move around the situation. And this is when you have to understand that it isn't necessarily who shot rock now, because people may say, well, why did Jeff move his one out of shot rock position? But he is hoping to score 2, and with that cluster, he was looking at a situation where he might get forced.
This, Annie. Just a freeze here.
Even freeze isn't bad.
Freeze is pretty good, yeah. If we got line, we'll just touch it.
Yep.
Oh, is Jeff there?
90. Probably 75 for you.
The Red Rocks are not lined up very well, and you can hear Pat say, well, let's get another one freeze right on top of that Yellowstone, because the other side of the ice isn't lining up the way that Jeff would like it to.
Line looks good. Clean.
5. for 9.
This is where you have to be very careful, because both of these skips are extremely good at understanding angles, but if you're not careful, you can end up with the skip with last rock not having a shot.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Still got a curl. Yep, yep, yep.
Touch it.
Good. It's good.
I don't know if that's better that you touched it or not. The angles were not good on the other side for Jeff Stoughton.
No,
what's that?
Not necessarily.
It's hard to say if it hits
Smash
this one.
this hard. If it hits that one, we're going to get this one off of here.
Well, I'll hit this one first.
Yeah.
It might tick this one.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
It might go too.
Okay. I don't think it probably goes right here, but I don't think it hurts us a whole.
This one might come right here, but that's not bad. This one's gone.
That one's gone. He's left land 3 behind the center guard.
3. This one goes. This one should go to here. If you hit what you can see, this one goes easy.
Okay.
Hit 3/4. This one goes. This one's gone. You might stick it out to here. You might only have this one left.
Okay.
Just depends how this one comes back.
Okay.
This one might not move very far, though.
I don't think so either, but...
I don't think that one's going to move very far either. 2 yellows there.
3 yellow.
Yeah, we're in jail.
Doesn't matter what we do, we're...
Kevin is here.
This one might go. I think it's our only shot.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you have to blast that for sure. You heard their comments better than anyone's.
It might take this one out. Maybe.
That's the important one, is that center one. Okay.
Yeah.
Play this. Heel.
Close to nose you can, eh?
Well, I can't get anywhere near nose. Hit what I can see. That's what I mean.
They're driving that one right in here, into this situation here, and they don't think this stone's going to move very far.
You need to free up that house, though. It's a
yeah, you have to do something.
Mess. Jeff didn't mind his shot rock going back, but he does not like the cluster of yellows top 8.
Hard, really hard.
Kevin Park.
Hard, hard,
got to get it by the center line guard first. Oh, and they just did.
Shot.
That's a very good shot to get the Rocks moving top 8 as much as they did. Move the yellow one back all the way to the back 4-foot. You can see the spinning one top 8 rolls away.
They actually got the best of that result they could out of that, I think, Linda, because they did talk about that one rock spinning into the 8-footer, and that's exactly what it did do.
fully buried.
And the angles are a little better now for Jeff. There's not a...
Yellow is sitting 3, but they are spread out. The red-red combination top 12 is directly onto one yellow, and the other yellow that is shot rock is back 4. So it is much better, even with the fact that Simmons could put another one into the 4-foot.
Gonna have to go.
Jerry Adam.
Right now.
Line's good.
6.
Clean. Yep, yep, for line, yep.
Weight's good.
Clean, clean. Line's good. Room.
Gotta go.
Top button, whoa. Whoa, 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 right off, right off.
Good shot.
Not a boy, good shot.
It is a good shot, but as we mentioned earlier, the things are a little better for Stoughton than they were a couple of shots ago.
Hopefully we get rid of these two for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Just got to dead nut it, eh?
So this is the red-red combination I mentioned is now onto a single yellow, not a cluster top 8, and that means it can go onto the rock on the button.
Feel? Yeah. Let's throw peel at it. Yep. Yeah, I got it about 3/4. Yep.
Yep. Yep. Hard. Hard. Harder.
Kevin Park.
Hard.
Fowler, Gould on the brush. Bang, 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 and drives it back and gets one. Exchanges the stones almost at the top of the button.
It's pretty good.
But start counting the rocks in the house. There are 2 red top of the house, but there is another lingering at the back, and those yellows are in double territory. So Pat Simmons has to start to be very careful.
I don't think he has a shot over here.
That means we could just guard. So we can't really put a rock right here. We're just helping them out, eh?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
There's nothing good here unless you
helping them.
Can't play off your own.
No, we got second shot right now.
Just a guard, maybe.
You have to guard against the double.
And he makes this.
That's dangerous too, though. It's almost you almost have to be
to the back one, maybe.
You could draw a third shot in and accept the fact he has a run at the double.
Yeah.
Well, here.
Wow. Even here's good. He makes that.
Gonna pay the double for sure.
What are you worried about him doing on the reds right now?
Nothing. I'm more worried about this.
Yeah, but I mean, if we guard, does he have a good rattle and setup, or not really?
I don't think so.
I don't think he does.
There's so much separation. It's got to be coming
off
off the top.
he could push this to about here, right?
Yeah, but he's only going to be second shot, and we're still guarding.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's for right. Yeah, guards maybe the shot. Yeah, it's over buried.
Leave him in and off. Probably leave him in off.
Guard it. I think. Even if it's tight, lines everything. It's a standard corner guard.
The lead wins the day. The former skip thought and suggested the guard, and that's what they're going to play, it sounds like.
Well, you heard Steve say that does he have anything on this side of the ice, and so they're going to play the guard.
Ace to have to finish it with the brims, which is what we want. So.
On the Yellowstone, just sitting in the 8-foot.
I think the only question mark again is the ice. They've had a little trouble positioning rocks, including guards, and this one has to be on the center line side to take away that double.
You can see why he can't bring another one in on the other side. Otherwise, the angle of the 2 red stones would really just would it would help Stoughton. So he's going to play the guard, protect against the double.
Yeah, the only other option to me is to draw to the redstone back 8 and to sit 3, accepting the fact you would leave him a double to sit 1.
Curling hard now.
Whoa, whoa.
I don't think he had any alternative but to play this, protect this stone here.
Very nice.
There was a blank in 7, so McCarville continues to lead Holland 5-1. And a men's B-side. Wayne Madaw picked up one in 7 and trails 4-3. Ursel has the hammer in the 8th.
Oh, try to line it up? Yeah, I was just thinking to have 2 rocks.
Okay.
If I hit this one to here and sit right there.
Your shooter.
At least it might have a couple, but we'll see. I know what you mean. You don't want to line it up for them either, though, eh?
Okay. Main thing is get that 3 in.
He's going to tap the red onto red and push it back.
The whole point of this is to set something up for the last one. At the moment, there isn't a way to get outshot rocks, so he's trying to jiggle the 2 reds to leave the shooter and one of the other reds in a position where they could be raised in.
Yeah. Don't want to roll it too far, Robbie. It's heavy.
Too far. And he'd like the shooter to roll over into a position that he could maybe use it, either an in-off position or a run-back position.
Line's good. Got to curl a bit. Yep. Whoa, if you can. Whoa, then.
We can.
Yep. Yes. Whoa, hard. Really hard.
You want this to roll over a little bit, this shooter to roll over a little bit.
Okay.
Not terrible, Joe.
What's that? Twist it a bit?
You could see, Vic, that when the rocks made contact, how flat it kind of was. There was
no jump.
No jump like we've seen earlier in the week.
Turned curled pretty hard at the end, eh? I heard back house, but
yeah, I kept hearing pretty heavy.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't think it ended up with the
crowd.
It's hard to say. That's his shot, his easier shot for one. Although it's, I don't know if he has enough right for you.
His easier shot is the top one.
Yeah.
This is the second hardest thing.
That's tough too, though, because you gotta get up going back. Like it's got to be well across the face.
This one here, is he actually line 2?
Yeah. Oh, there? No, I don't think so.
If he just touches it, though, if he's really thin, he could, eh? Let's guard that one, I think.
I think you guard this one.
Yeah.
Try and get 2 at one time, though.
Well, yeah, sure. Yeah, the outside of the 4, or the 1 there. Yeah. I agree. No.
Yeah, guard the outside of the 1.
Yeah. I like that. I think we can take some ice here and finish this, too. It's gonna grind at the end, eh? So.
Is that Steve center guard here?
That's to get the center line in.
Okay. I think it'll come up that much.
Yeah,
have to
I do
a little
too.
bit there.
I do
All right.
too. Yeah.
It's impossible.
Same weight, eh, guys?
Yep.
They'd love to guard both. They'd love to guard both of these. This situation here, these 2 here. I'll just clear that and get this guard in the spot, in the proper spot here that kind of guards both of those shots.
The fact that Jeff's rock did not roll away, there isn't a good clear line of one of those front reds onto shot stone. So the position of this guard is important to take away the easier of the 2 shots that Jeff has left, but they're both pretty tough.
Lots around.
Line's good. Line's good.
Final stone for Pat Simmons.
Yeah.
Right now in position to steal here in this 6th.
Come on. Hard! Hard! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Good shot.
Good brush, guys. Real good. Good brush. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see anything, do you?
No.
And he's walked
I certainly
around,
can't help
too.
you.
Nothing that doesn't have risk associated with it.
They're talking this way because they're thinking a little bit about giving the single up.
You can't give up two, can you?
Oh, yeah.
Well, if you take it out.
Wow. What are you thinking, Steve? This one back onto it?
That on there and over.
Well, you do it with weight, where we could give him two.
Well, whatever you like.
Yeah, I still think it is dead jams.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we score one is good. I'm thinking with board weight.
I think just play hack and bumper maybe.
Okay.
I think just bumper.
Bumper right on the nose.
Yeah. Well, if I tick that and go over to that one, he gets two, right?
Right. Well, that's tough to do. You'd be unlucky.
Unlucky to do that?
I think so. If your nose with boards, we're probably going to score.
Maybe just give him his one, call it a day here. Go to the next thing.
But remember what Ray and I talked about before the game. This is a smart skip, and he knows when risk is there and does not want to give away too many points.
Okay, we're wasting time here. Okay. Let's just throw it. Throw it through.
He's afraid to give them a deuce. If he raises the yellow onto red perfectly, he could get a single. If he raises this stone right here onto the red one here and drives it back, he could score a single. But if he hits it wrong, it's a yellow stone. You're losing the you're raising the
We have a final
opposition stone. So.
Kelly Scott will win. Nice bounce back for her, 9-2, as we see now Jeff Stoughton throw it through, and will give up the steal of one to Simmons. And now Simmons leads there 5-4. Scott losing earlier today in the A-side women's final. She comes back with a win here. She'll play in the B-side final and have another chance at Edmonton tomorrow. This is the Road to the Roar here on Canada's sports leader, TSN.
Busted, Santa! Bouncy feet worked like a charm.
But
no buts. Crystal clear picture, 100 HD channels, get you every time. Yeah, every time.
So, seriously, cookies?
100 HD channels with stunning picture quality, the most in Canada.
Bonjour, monsieur, 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 monsieur. Bonjour, madame, 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 madame.
La vie, Grand Marnier. What you're about to see will change the way you look at weather. Presenting the revolutionary Rain-X Latitude wiper blades. Many traditional wipers have 6 pressure points that can create uneven pressure and cause streaking. Rain-X Latitude blades contour to hug the windshield for greater visibility and virtually no streaking. So it's like weather never happened. Get ultimate visibility with Rain-X Latitude wiper blades. Rain-X, available at Walmart.
Do you know how many different scents Old Spice makes?
How many? Wow, that is a lot.
Have you heard about Restore-Lax?
It's a laxative that works with your body. Restore-Lax relieves constipation with no bloating, no gas, and no cramping.
It's the #1 doctor-recommended laxative in the U.S.
And it's available in Canada over the counter.
New Restore-Lax relieves occasional constipation by gently bringing water into your bowel. Restore your body's natural rhythm with Restore-Lax.
It's a great day for a great dinner, but first you have to find time to get your son to soccer, find time to get your daughter to ballet. Now, if only you could find your car keys.
Luckily, there's M&M Meat Shop's fully cooked seasoned back ribs, ready fast and easy. Because when time isn't on your side, we are.
So before the break, we saw Kelly Scott win 8-2 over Marie-France LaRouche, and she moves on and now awaits the winner of McCarville Holland. And they will play for the B-side spot, the final. We'll see it tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 Pacific here on TSN. So with the loss, LaRouche now drops down and awaits the winner of Holman and Anderson. It's last chance time on you when you're on that seaside. You have to win or you go home, and you can see that there are 2 qualifying spots for Edmonton that come out of the seaside. As we welcome you back to the CN Center. Steal of 1 by Simmons has him up 5-4. Stoughton with the hammer playing 7 Redstones.
Well, that whole end was very, very interesting, and it got interesting when, you know, you go back and you think about positions, lead, seconds. When you go back and look at that end, the simple fact, it was a beautiful come around by Steve Gould, but it went a little too far. It went right to the button, and that started the chain of events that occurred with the lineup and the freezing and the freezing and the freezing. And Jeff did try to get it opened up a little bit, but the angles were not sitting well for him. And Pat Simmons and the boys from Saskatchewan really played a terrific end. And I think personally that Jeff Stoughton did the correct thing. I mean, I think if he tries to raise that Yellowstone back and hits it wrong, he gives up a douche. You're sick about it, you know.
I think maybe he could have moved rocks around a little sooner instead of staying with the freezes, but I absolutely agree about throwing the last one away. That was a wise choice. A nice roll on the shot already by the Stoughton team, leaves a run back double possible. But a tough angle.
Jeff Sharp.
Off. Go, 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 go! Hard! Go, go, go.
It's not going.
Good shot.
Oh! Hey. Supposed to be sweeping on the inside there like that. Suck her in. It's too much. Nice steal. Yeah.
Should be real good.
Clean it up.
Right here, guys.
It's fine. It's fine.
Where you at?
Round
Corner
there.
guard.
Okay.
Whoa. Even a little higher.
Ooh.
Shot.
What? Good. Beauty.
Good.
The CFL on TSN Sunday. It's the East Division semifinal. BC Lions will be in Hamilton to play the Tiger Cats. Coverage begins at 1 Eastern for 1 Eastern, and that'll be
3-4.
11
Good line.
Pacific.
3. Clean.
Oh, 10?
Line's good
Sorry,
for 3.
10 it is. Yeah, 3
Clean.
hours. You're right.
Yep.
Slight.
Yep.
Okay, so you can do weather and you can do maps, Vic, but you can't do the time.
Good.
No.
Shot. Better show him 2 inches on the outside.
No, I'm in trouble.
Interesting call by Pat. He chose to play the guard. It curled maybe a little bit too much. He could have played the peel. Peel was difficult because of the Yellowstone on each side of it. But
Yep. How's the line going?
No good.
Tap it.
No good.
Spitting off. It's a little hard.
Okay, okay, Rob.
Just a little strong.
Or freeze. I like freeze. It's either that or this. I like the freeze better. I do too, yep.
Well, they've made a definite plan. I will defend anybody that comes out onto the ice with a game plan and an end plan.
Yep.
And this is to play the freeze instead of the hit. So it was definitely a move to get the one in, guard it, and now
line looks
lock
good.
another one right to the face.
Good line.
Yeah, I think he made a statement for sure when he decided to
Weight's good,
play the guard.
Line's good. Weight's good. Weight's
Like
perfect.
the way he was going to play this end. That was
Clean out, yeah.
played a great end last end. Got their rocks in the right position on the right angles. They just have to do it again now.
That was a very nice shot by Jerry. It just makes me a little nervous when you do it on thirds first, because there is time now to do a tap-tap and get a redstone in a good spot.
Okay, guys.
Kevin Park needs a good one, though, to get the right angle on these yellows.
Back line! Hack it!
Good. Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
Back line!
Whoa. No. It's going the wrong way.
Anything?
No.
Really?
No.
All right.
Okay. That's fine. All right, perfect line.
It definitely didn't react the way they thought. The good thing is it punched shot rock out into the open. And there are two reds in the rings. Yes, they are third and fourth shot, but they are in there.
Well, Pat's made his commitment. He made it earlier when he played the guard, and I think that he's going to stay with that thought process. There are a couple of reds in there, but it's down to Jerry's last stone here.
Please. Way less for weight. Hard. It's not even that. Gotta go hard.
Way back sharp.
Hard line. Go hard.
Pick him up.
Hard.
Now have to struggle to get it by that center guard.
Hard. Go hard. Go hard.
Thought it was light out of his hand.
Never leave it. Get there. Come on, Steve.
Good brush, guys.
Sorry, guys.
Good scrub.
Jesus.
Pretty good.
It was a good scrub. They knew right away that it was light. Jerry called out that he pulled it back a little bit.
Double and we're dead. What double?
The reds, Kevin.
Okay, nose is good, Kev.
Yeah. Doesn't help us a bit, the other one.
Just a little high. Out turn? Yeah, just a little high, not much.
And run the yellow back.
You could do a lot of damage if you hit the right angle onto the yellows in the house.
Whoa. Yep. Hard. Hard. Get it back. Hard.
Kevin Park.
Hard.
Run it back.
Get it. Good. Good shot.
Simmons still lying 2 without the hammer here in the 7th.
Not really.
Jeff really wanted to, his first call was to play the hit on the back one,
and the shooter stayed right on the center line.
Yeah, that's the problem. The yellow one sits on center line. The reds are out in front blocking the way. The two yellows are in the forefoot. A lot of things did not work on that shot.
If we're heavy, we will. Yeah, if we're not, I don't think if we're here, we will.
Just go in here. I think he's got to rip something on this one. He's got to.
Yeah, okay.
He's got to get her open.
Let's do that then. Just a guard, man. Just cover the hole. Mind that.
This is what we had your draw to the spot here. You went up over the shoe. Yeah, I think we can take. If I'm just throwing a guard, it'll curl. Yeah, I think so.
It'll be close, Jerry.
He showed you where he wanted it, just to play the guard.
Okay, just a 3 then.
Yep.
Roll.
Yeah, a little tight. A little tight.
Hard early.
Tight.
Hard early.
Tight.
Might be heavy.
Hard. The 3.
Hard.
3.
Hard.
Okay, we're probably on the red one.
Bounce.
Yep.
They're trying to hold the line. It started to curl very quickly. Now they're trying a little rub.
Gotta go hard for the bounce.
There's a little bounce. Fill the hole. Still do the job.
Good. I'll stop, guys.
Good job.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, good brushing. There's
went early.
Yeah, that one I just a little.
There might be a
soft
hole,
on.
but it's not much of a hole.
Try to plant it, I guess.
Yeah, take this one away because we got to clear it up a little bit.
Yeah, they got to run it back.
Okay.
Bit of possible doubles there that they're playing.
The Stoughton team have had their opportunities this end to get angles set up properly and just have not executed them. And Pat Simmons made a clear statement that he was going to be aggressive, and they have made the shots.
Just high, guys. Trying to get that other one.
You go back in this, and I'm still not sure that they played the right shot when they ran the yellow stone back. I would have played through the hole and hit the 4-foot stone.
I agree.
Jeff Stoughton at his first.
Hard. Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
Hit a little high. Run it back. And he'll get one of the stones off the 4-foot. Simmons still lying one without.
I'll see you that. Just take this one and roll here.
Shot.
Perfect right now.
You didn't really have a draw.
It's got a tough.
I like that.
It was a nice shot, but it's still a mess for Jeff Stoughton. As you see, Pat Simmons can hit the only red one in the house to ensure that no angle run back or great shot is made for a deuce.
Yeah. Normal?
Normal, yeah.
And it's not an easy draw, Linda, to get your single.
No, and they've really questioned the spot to get in there to begin with. It hasn't curled on some and has on others.
The call to run the yellow back was interesting because Jeff's first call in that situation was to play through the hole and hit the shot rock, but he changed his mind. And
Good. That's good.
No.
It's good.
Yeah, he's going to
If you want to score, we got a bump. Yeah.
We've got to play the tappy.
You want to do that?
yeah, there's no
Can't get there.
there's no easy draw.
The only way we score is with this. No. What's he saying?
Well, either we give him one, or we try for that one. That's like they're playing tight to that guard to get it in there.
For sure. Chances are you're going to knock this in and cut him out of, you know what I mean?
Well, it's all line
Yeah,
out
it's
there.
all line.
I don't know. Do you think it will finish enough?
Well,
yeah.
They're looking at the TV.
Try it. Okay.
He's going to play the draw, which is right over here. It's a tough one.
The better angle to score is from the raise. The better way to ensure you cut it down because you're more definite about the path is the draw.
I have to full bury it behind that rock. Whatever. Okay, T-line, guys.
Simmons stole one in the 6th to take the lead. And now in great position to possibly steal more here. Final stone.
Yep. Line's good. Yep. Yep. Room. Got a ton of room. Yep. Make sure it's T. Make sure it's T line. All you can now. Okay, that's all you can
Twist,
do.
baby. Twist, baby.
And just won't come enough. Not that far off. Catching enough of the button, but it'll be a steal of one more for Pat Simmons in the 7th. He leads as the winner. We'll move on to Edmonton.
Nestled in some of the most beautiful bodies of water in the world, these engineering jewels compete, led by captain and crew, as they try to conquer the spirit of yachting. Saturday at 11:30 a.m. Brought to you by Rolex.
The most anticipated event in curling history is now yours to enjoy 18 different ways. With all draws now on sale, you can see as many games as you want. Your days, your time. It's your own way to roll. As Canada's best teams fight for the right to wear the red and white in 2010. And every ticket includes admission to the Roar next door at Keith's Patch. Tim Hortons' Roar of the Rings. Reserve your place in history now.
Merry Christmas, Grandma and Grandpa!
But it's August.
I use my credit card miles. They block the good weeks. While we're at it, happy Thanksgiving. Dibs on the drumstick, old man. Oh, and happy birthdays.
Yippee.
Put your Halloween costumes on while Mommy hides Easter eggs. Hey, you're looking good. Gonna cook that?
Capital One Rewards. Fly any airline, anytime. Visit CapitalOne.ca.
Dad, I'm hot.
Yeah, we're all hot.
Genius needs a Capital One card.
What's in your wallet?
I drive a truck because I need a truck.
A real truck. Ford. Holland gear.
Full-grown trees.
Stone.
The only one that's up to the job.
Ford F-150.
More payload.
More towing
than any other pickup.
and fuel economy. I love this truck.
This is what tough looks like?
Awesome.
I'm in.
If it's tough.
It's a Ford.
I drive one.
I drive one.
I drive one.
The new 2010 F-150. This is Ford today. Drive one.
You are different from you. And you are trying to forget about work, while you are working late again. And you miss your kids. And you miss the waves. And you can't believe what you just saw. And you need to laugh. And you need to cry. And you just can't get her out of your mind. While you just want to know if he's okay. But you need a place to eat. So you stop and listen to that band you saw that time near that place. While you let everyone know you're almost there. And you want to share. And you want to think. And you are trying to remember. And you are trying to forget. And you've come to realize that you don't need to get a phone. You need a phone that gets you. And you. And you. And we are HTC.
It's a great day for a great dinner, but first you have to find time to get your son to soccer, find time to get your daughter to ballet. Now, if only you could find your car keys.
Luckily, there's M&M Meat Shop's fully cooked seasoned back ribs, ready fast and easy. Because when time isn't on your side, we are.
We're in Prince George at the CN Center. Reminder, on Sunday, the CFL West semifinal, Battle of Alberta, Edmonton, Calgary, 4 Eastern, -3, 1 Pacific. Let's update you on the men's B-side. Madaw and Ursel, and a great shot making here. The red stone you see shot stone was just put there by Wayne Madaw. This is the final stone for Bob Ursel and his team out of Kelowna, with Jim Cotter throwing the 4th stones.
Good line.
Kevin Folk, Rick Sawatsky on the brush. Bob Ursel is calling line.
Good line. Whoa, 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 if you can. Whoa, whoa.
Got to get all of that you can, and he gets the little rub, and that just takes the steam out of it. And it's a steal of 1 for Madaw. He leads 5-4. Ursel has the hammer coming home. If you want to watch the game, you can. Pay-per-view on Curl TV. Go to curltv.com or tsn.ca. Follow the links. As we welcome you back. Pat Simmons with a steal of 1 and 6, steal of 1 and 7, leads 6-4. Stoughton playing the Redstones has the hammer.
Well, at the last draw of Jeff's, I don't think it was even possible to get the shot rock. I mean, it was possible, I guess, if you just got by the front one, but you couldn't afford to play the ice tight enough to get around it, because if you ever happen to just touch it, you'll give up 3.
Yeah, he actually came very close considering the ice he took to make sure he got by.
Yeah, you got to bury it.
So now he's taking a little chance going around the corner, ignoring the 2 yellows in the center line area.
Let's take a look at the player comparisons. They're brought to you by Ford. Drive one.
In the Battle of Steves, it is Steve Laycock playing for Simmons with 93%. What a great number, and the edge at the lead position.
Whoa, whoa! Yep! Clean, clean, just clean, easy.
Good, good. Well thrown.
Halfway's good, Rob.
Halfway.
So this is the example of knowing you need to get your deuce and putting one in that is nicely played around a guard, and now protecting it, realizing the Yellowstones at center line can be removed later in the end.
Line's okay, fine.
Line's good. Let's just make a weird card.
Yeah, gotta curl, guys.
Gotta go.
Yep.
Go.
Yep. Gotta go, gotta go. Come on, guys, gotta curl. Go, 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 go. Every inch. Come on, go. Keep it going, keep it going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Nice brush, guys. Shot.
Pat's going to peel it regardless to almost to where it ended up, so I just don't want to make any mistakes with the peel. I don't want to be driving it into anything.
Clean. Clean. Yep. Yep. Good.
Attaboy, Jeff. Throws.
Checking in on the B side, McCarville and Holland. McCarville and her team out of Thunder Bay, the Fort William Curling Club. A reminder, of course, that the winner of this game will play Kelly Scott in the B-side final tomorrow. You'll see it here on TSN. And the winner of that game gets a trip to Edmonton.
Just going to try and move these around a little bit, keeping them in play.
McCarville picks up a single, lead 6-3.
I think we stick it, yep.
Normal. Whoa. Whoa.
They're strong.
Clean? No.
Very good.
Attaboy.
We saw great numbers for the leads, and the same really for the seconds, and this time it's Rob Fowler, who has had a terrific time in this event at 95%.
Yeah, earlier in the game he was, I think, through 4 or 5, 100%.
Yeah, no, he's curled tremendous this whole week so far. And he's got a lot of curling left, of course, because this is the A-side final.
Okay, well, let's play. I got my reasons, so I'll tell you later. It's 8th end. Okay.
Should they not win, he gets to do it again tomorrow.
Solid bump.
This game is far from not over yet, that's for sure.
There was some question here from the other end, Lynn, about this shot, and I thought it's almost clandestine. You know, Jeff said, "I have my reasons. I'll tell you later."
Doesn't want to call down the ice and say it. But it is interesting. There's been a couple in this game, and Ray pointed out one big one earlier where it appeared that Jeff Stoughton was talked out of a shot. You have to be a little careful in the interaction between the third and skip, the vice skip and skip. That's a very important interaction, and it's how you communicate and how much you sell the option versus just trying to talk to each other as they're doing right now and explain it.
Holy mackerel. That was just quiet. That was like hack.
Clean.
So they're talking about not setting up doubles and that sort of thing, but it's just, I feel that sometimes Jeff is talked out of shots, and he, in his mind, has a very clear plan. He's a very experienced skip, and he knows the sequence of shots he wants to see and what he wants the house to look like. As we look at third numbers and see that Jerry Adams at 91%, these are great numbers. These are really terrific shots we've been seeing from all the players. And if you look at the hit numbers for the two thirds, I don't see often that they make some big hits, but they are in this game, both in the 90% range.
Real good, Kevin. Mine's good. That's over here now. Weight's good.
Freezing to the back, Stone at the back of the forefoot.
Wait only. Whoa. Wait only. Whoa. It's all there. No, no, no. Looks heavy. Whoa. Weight's real good. Yep. Getting good. Line only. Whoa. Line only. Whoa. No.
You want to bounce off of this. Nice shot. It does give Pat a chance to sit on right on top of it, but you got to make this one.
Give it to the boys. Nice shot, kid.
You have to not just make it for weight, but you have to make it for line. If you happen to send up that series of three, I call it the freeze sandwich, and you don't get your angles perfectly set, that red one isn't going anywhere, and the yellows can be removed.
Okay, stick it right on, guys.
You want to glue this on the face. You don't want to be bouncing off it in any fashion.
Mine's good. Where are you?
6.
Captain. Hard.
Laycock and Sharp.
Hard.
You heard Jerry Adams say, give it to the brushers, and it's all theirs now.
Go, guys. Go, 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 go.
Got to get it by the Stone top 12, and they cannot.
Okay.
He really has had a couple rocks move big time.
Well, and the interesting thing is that was a draw, and that was light, definitely. It has been up to this point the hits, the open hits that have caused these two skips trouble. Their draws actually have been very good. Numbers overall we don't normally see for these two players, though, much lower than anticipated.
Find a good winner next.
That one was just a definite light throw.
Right to there. At least it might bring that one into play. Gonna leave him a double or something, but it just depends where we roll to. Maybe not rolling far enough is better.
Then he just slashes that and might jam.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Probably to here, just to show half. Is the best. Just nice. Split the center line, I guess.
Okay.
And they want to get the roll. You heard him talk about just rolling it over here.
Best is to split the center line.
On the roll.
Yeah. How hard, Jeff? Nicely.
Well, Pat isn't happy because that last throw of his leaves what is basically a guard for Jeff Stoughton to roll behind.
Whoa. Whoa, guys. Whoa. 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 Nothing. Anything, Kevin? Nothing. A little bit, Steve. Hard, Steve. Get in there hard. Okay. It's pretty good.
Almost nothing.
Okay.
Shot. I think we're counting that one, which was fairly important.
It's hard to tell.
It's hard to say from here, but
I think you're right, Kevin.
So they're saying that they are fourth shot, the red one that was just rolled into the rings.
So that's really your point in the numbers. And Linda, there's an open hit for Jeff Stoughton, and he wasn't able to execute.
No, just I think called the wrong ice.
Right on it.
Now, even if you roll all the way out, you can't get 1 and 2.
Final on sheet B. And Krista McCarville from Thunder Bay is a winner over Amber Holland. And so that sets up a McCarville, Kelly Scott, the final. And we'll have it for you Friday afternoon.
That's a good team. There's lots of experience. You look at Lorraine Lang at lead on that team, and Rick Lang is the coach, and Terry George, and that's a lot of experience there. That's a good curling team. I've watched them when they were in Winnipeg at the Bonspiel there, the Casinos Bonspiel.
Control.
Clean. Whoa.
Close to normal.
Close. Yep. Yep. Whoa. 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 Yep. 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 Hard. Hard. Shot.
Attaboy, nice one.
The spin back. No, it'll sit there, and Stoughton is still lying the one back of the button.
Wow.
I should have stayed off, but I was scared to go.
They were a little nervous. Jeffs ran straight, but they were so concerned that this might over-curl. They wanted to make sure they took away the big end possibility from Jeff, but a little bit thinner, and it would have come onto that shot rock. So it's a draw to the button for 2.
Line's good. Line's really good. Line's good.
Line only
Full 4-4.
Okay, line's good. Line's good now. Make sure. Bite the button, guys. Gotta go.
Bite the pin, yes. Hard, guys, hard. Come on.
Wow, Fowler and Gould, and a big pound here. Big pound. Everything that's in it, and they get everything out of it. We're back to all even.
What you're about to see will change the way you look at weather. Presenting the revolutionary Rain-X Latitude wiper blades. Many traditional wipers have 6 pressure points that can create uneven pressure and cause streaking. Rain-X Latitude blades contour to hug the windshield for greater visibility and virtually no streaking. So it's like weather never happened. Get ultimate visibility with Rain-X Latitude wiper blades. Rain-X, available at Walmart.
It's a great day for a great dinner, but first you have to find time to get your son to soccer, find time to get your daughter to ballet. Now, if only you could find your car keys.
Luckily, there's M&M Meat Shop's fully cooked seasoned back ribs, ready fast and easy. Because when time isn't on your side, we are.
I pick the home improvements. My husband gets to figure them out. Eventually. The home renovation tax credit gives us a good reason to do it now. We could save up to $1,350 on home improvements purchased before February 2010. We just have to remember to keep our receipts for when we file our taxes. This envelope is great. Putting our tax dollars back into our home, that works for us.
Canada's Economic Action Plan. Get started now at actionplan.gc.ca. A message from the Government of Canada.
Bonjour, monsieur, 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 monsieur. Bonjour, madame, 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 madame.
La vie, Grand Marnier.
What's that?
That's last night's dinner.
Hate lingering odors? Febreze Air Effects actually eliminates odors caused by bacteria and leaves a light, fresh scent. Febreze, it's a breath of fresh air.
Nestled in some of the most beautiful bodies of water in the world, these engineering jewels compete, led by captain and crew, as they try to conquer the spirit of yachting. Saturday at 11:30 a.m. Brought to you by Rolex.
Hi, I'm Dave, technician at Speedy Glass. Do you see this chip? Just one big bump and it could turn into a crack. It's best to call Speedy Glass as soon as a stone chip appears. We can replace your windshield, but most of the time, we can repair it. We inject a special resin, and in about 30 minutes, it's virtually invisible, and your windshield is as sturdy as new. What's more, if you have glass coverage, repairs are usually free. Call us now or book online at speedyglass.ca.
Speedy Glass Repair. Speedy Glass Replace. In the 2008 Yield Ready Field Scale Trials, the newest Yield Ready canola hybrids yielded equally as well as the Liberty Link checks. So go ahead, reserve your best fields for Yield Ready.
Familiar face of Canadian world champion Rick Lang. He now acts as the coach for Krista McCarville out of Thunder Bay, and Lang has coached his team into the B-side women's final tomorrow against Kelly Scott. The winner there will move on to Edmonton and the Tim Hortons Roar of the Rings. And now we know, of course, that LaRouche has dropped down to Seaside. Amber Holland has dropped down, and she will play Kathy King. And it's must win now, of course, for anybody on that Seaside. We're all even as we go to the 9th in this men's A-side final. Winner will move on to Edmonton, tied at 6. Pat Simmons, Yellowstones, has the hammer.
Well, we saw a rock that went too deep change an end earlier in favor of Pat Simmons, and here's a situation where if Steve Gould can lock onto the face of this stone, he'll be on the button, and that rock is too deep. Top 4 foot would be perfect. Chance for Steve Gould to...
We're heavy.
A little too much weight, it looks like. It did dig in a bit.
First stone at the end goes out in front, so Pat Simmons is into it, and he knows where there's going to be a few come rounds. You'll have to watch now to see when Pat tries to make a switch, to see if he tries to get things cleaned up and have the possibility of a blank, or if he keeps it closed down.
59.
Men's B-side. Wayne Madaw out of the St. George's in Toronto stole 1 and 8, stole 1 and 9, leads 5-4. And Madaw is lying 1 at the moment. Tee line, 8 foot. Final stone for the Ursel team out of Kelowna, with Jim Cotter throwing the 4th stone.
Jim just threw a triple on his first to leave 2 others in the rings, but Wayne Madaw buried this one.
And Folk and Sawatsky. Big brush, got to get it by a couple of stones, got to get it by a couple of stones. And the extra bounce won't go, and Madaw will pick up 1 more. Madaw will win it 6-4. He remains alive on the B side. Ursel will now drop to the must-win Seaside here in men's play.
Just a little bit. Whoa, as far as possible. Oh, we didn't know what you wanted to do.
Yeah, okay.
Steve Laycock has played so well, but we just saw a very unfamiliar miss. He was drawing down to the face of the stones in the rings, and he threw it a little strong, and it hung out. He could have tapped it back, and
like cross the face of the house line.
And now, as Linda suggests, I mean, I don't think Pat Simmons has any alternative.
No, there's no choice. Jeff Sharp trying to clean it up, angle the one in the front into the house.
Yep. Yep. Hard. Oh, oh, oh.
So on the B side, Wayne Madon moves on, and he awaits the loser of this game, who will drop down onto the B side. While Bob Ursul's loss drops him down to the C side, and still awaiting who he will play. But when you get to that C side, as we can't say enough, you must win.
Move if you can. Move if you can.
It's good now. Well, that was a frustrating last shot for the Simmons team because that was a line call error. They would have had the rock out in front drive on to the one in the house, but they overbrushed it. Nice guard by the Stoughton team.
This might be tough to remove the guard here.
Whoa.
Back. Goes back.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Good.
Good shot.
Good shot.
It moved it. It didn't remove it, but still a very nice shot to tick that rock away. They knew the rock out in front that Jeff threw would be left, but it did roll away just a little bit.
It almost ticked his own out. It was very close, but he got that top rock off, and that's what they wanted.
Just keep it warm. Line's good.
I've seen a lot of steals today, haven't we, Linda?
Oh, we sure have. So far of the first few days, there have been a lot of steals.
At the cross.
Not just singles, too. We've seen singles stolen on this game. We just saw another one on the Ursula Madon game, but we've seen multiple points stolen.
Every inch. Quick. Keep going.
So Crystal Webster's opened up her game with Kelly Scott stealing 4.
That's right.
It's going to throw your stats right out the window. You're going to have a nightmare tonight trying to put things back together. They wanted that to curl a little more.
Yeah.
It's accessible now through the hole.
Jerry Adam. Sharp and Laycock through the hole. By one. By no.
Okay. Like that weight.
3 more weight.
And now it's messy. Jerry's shot was called off so they could tick the guard as much as possible. But it didn't tick it away far enough so that you could actually draw into the button now.
It was actually a good call by Pat. He just didn't get it to make it maybe quick enough, but that's really hard to do. It looked like it might get through, and then all of a sudden he realized it wasn't going to make it and tried to get that front rock right off.
I got a pound less. Quite a bit less. No, Rob.
Hard.
Trust me.
Just over and done, guys. Just over and done. Just over and done.
What Jeff is saying is it's starting to curl too much, so they need to let it drop. The sooner it drops, of course, the less curl it'll have, and the line might be better.
Yes. Hard.
There's nobody there, Kevin.
Shot, Kevin.
Well, it had good line, but it is a very long guard.
I won't overthrow it here, Steve.
7 and we'll sweep.
You should get lots of curl past that redstone and be able to come into the button.
Yeah, it's too high, Linda. They needed it up. Must have maybe got going a little bit or got inside a bit because you could hear Jeff comment on it.
Clean. 9. Whoa.
9.
Off.
9.
10 for sure.
Whoa. Roll in.
No.
Still on it?
No. Yeah. Whoa.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Just the kind of mistakes that you don't see from you know, two good thirds. Like Kevin and Jerry are. A couple of mistakes by each of them.
And one a little light, maybe a little inside, and then Jerry's a bit strong.
I think the one thing we have noticed, in fairness to the throwers, that the ice is really very tricky. And I did talk to, as I mentioned earlier, to Wayne Maddaw about that today, and he said, especially Ray in the 7th and 8th and 9th ends, but we saw it come earlier, and it's very, and it's a confidence thing too. You lose it a bit, you know. Lose the confidence, and then it's just.
Hans Vutrick, the head ice maker, actually feels that the surface is holding up. The interesting thing now will be that the other sheets, 3 sheets, have left the building, and so sometimes you see the change happen again at this stage of the game because of the airflow being different with no other teams on the ice.
Can't. Whoa, Rob. Just at the end. Yep, now. Hard. Every inch. Quick.
They have to wait for it to break.
Quick. Go. Go. Hard. Every inch. Good.
And maybe just not quite there for second shot. Second shot appears to be the Yellowstone back four.
Shot, Jeff. Wow. Took a sweet time, eh?
Nice weight if we could sweep it.
Beautiful weight.
Yeah, we could have taken another 2 inches.
Had to wait so long to get it past that red one.
I know. Sit there.
We have to sit there. If we don't, we're probably giving up 2.
Run that long one in. No, just one.
We could kill the guard. See that or go like this, see? Yeah, 40%.
They're going to take a timeout here.
Trying to decide between hitting the red stone in the top of the 4-foot to leave the shooter in position to potentially be moved, or to double peel.
Because then it gives you that double outside.
We did talk about running the long one in just quickly.
I'm taking a crack at running this long run, but I mean,
you can hear them talking about the long run right now.
Pretty good.
The thing is, if we peel it off, the most is he gonna try to tap that in for guy 2, I guess.
Oh, I think that's okay.
Well, then,
we're probably only giving him 1, even if he plays that. So.
Yeah. So I think maybe the double peel, eh? And if we just open it up,
we could try and run the red back in there too.
Well, I don't want to just nose hit it and just do something silly and leave the guard here, and then they come around and tap it, eh? Just one, yeah.
If we double peel, what are they going to do?
Yeah.
You're going to have one of the rocks open on your last few. Double peel. You might get lucky.
Okay. Well, let's try and slash it in there then.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
I think the doubles.
Probably right on the center line. Jerry's close. Okay. Watch it. Jeff's really backed out at the end.
We still should be okay to give him 1.
Driving that one right in.
Fair to say here, Linda, with the hammer, if Simmons would be extremely disappointed if he only gets 1 here. And not, well, maybe, when you think about it, if you can give up a steal or 1 and take the hammer to the 10th, right?
How many years do we have to talk about 1 down, 1 up, with or without?
The unacceptable outcome is a steal. They are trying the double peel, trying to run the yellow one back. Didn't quite catch it.
I'm not sure Jeff wanted that rock to yellow rock to disappear, though, so.
Trying to hit the red at an angle to catch the yellow one to come straight back, and instead didn't catch the angle correctly. And as Ray said, one of their own left.
Yeah, that's you guard this side, I think we're pretty good. Like if you guard here.
Yeah, well, he just makes the double for 2.
I suppose.
Right?
You leave him a double for 2 then.
Yeah. What if we just tap this?
If I guard too much, right? And if I
triple.
And if I guard this.
It was a better situation for Jeff Stoughton when the yellow rock was sitting there.
That's what we're thinking, but where do you tap where you're not triple?
You have to tap to sit on this
slightly
side.
on that side.
Just want to move it an inch.
Yeah.
Well, if you move that an inch slightly on this, it's real good.
Yeah. Has to be on this side.
Yeah, it's got to stay on this side.
Take the same ice roughly.
Well, yeah, it's have to be perfect guard.
I mean, even if you go here, that gives us one problem.
Well, no, not if it over curls slightly, you might give him a shot for 2.
Yeah, it's better to tap it right on the a little bit.
Just slight.
We got to go on this side though.
Or nose.
Oh,
just depends how far you're going to move it.
You're playing with a triple.
Yeah. If we guard this side, he's got the in-turn tap, right?
Not easy.
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're just crossing it slightly?
Well, I think just as long as we're on that side of it, it's good. Move it a couple inches.
Okay.
Thanks.
Just crossing across the face, moving the stone, the red stone you're looking at on the top of the button, just moving it a couple inches. It would be lying 2. And the shooter would stay in a position which would allow, would make it very tough for Pat to get the 3rd point, or even to get the 2nd point.
How far do you want to tap it ideally, Jeff?
Rock
Yeah, the line is everything with this, and that's why Jeff kept repeating. This is where we have to be when the shooter ends up.
Just tap, tap, tap.
Okay.
Really good. Line's good. Line's good. Yep. Hard line. Hard. Yep. Room. Yes. Line's good. Yep. Whoa, if you can. Whoa, now, whoa. Whoa, guys, got to curl a bit. No, line's has to, yep, yes. Hard. Really hard. Come on, guys. Go. Every inch. Every inch. It's not there. It's not there. Go.
It's not there.
It's fine, though. It still matters. Good. Good shot. Nice shot, Jeff. I didn't care if it was there. I like to get that line.
Yeah.
The line was everything. You couldn't set it up where you gave them a possible shot at the triple.
Well, it might be quieter.
Too dangerous to play that across the face, eh?
They wanted to just touch it so they were lying 2, Linda, which makes this shot a little different.
Makes it a huge difference.
Gee, yeah, because if you hit it really thin, it's going to move this, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, if you ever just butt into the side.
No, we were thinking of this.
Oh.
This way.
Let's give him one.
There is
I think so, eh?
no way I would take a run at it.
This is, you got to throw big weight to go up, and then you're risking a little bit.
You're risking getting into here.
Yeah, I think so.
Giving away.
Okay, Parle.
We've seen a little bit of Christmas through this game. A gift and a gift, another gift here. You gave me a gift. I'm going to give you a gift back.
Yeah, what
but there really
curls
is.
over
He's
and
got
thin?
He's got so basically nothing.
So throwing it away. Pat Simmons here in the 9th, and it will mean a steal of 1 for Jeff Stoughton. And he will have the lead. But Simmons will have the hammer, the last drop. Coming home, down by 1.
Sorry, Steve.
It's a great day for a great dinner, but first you have to find time to get your son to soccer, find time to get your daughter to ballet. Now, if only you could find your car keys.
Luckily, there's M&M Meat Shop's fully cooked seasoned back ribs, ready fast and easy. Because when time isn't on your side, we are.
Hey, Tim's for lunch?
Oh, yeah. They got French onion soup now.
French onion soup.
What are you doing?
To Tim Hortons, James.
Right. I'm James.
Tally-ho! Make it quick. Delectable croutons and cheese await. James, my dog. Driver. Tom.
A rich broth with seasoned croutons and a 4-cheese blend. Tim Hortons' new French onion soup, just $2.59. Always a great value.
This is indubitably
always Tim Hortons.
Good.
It's the first thing you see in the morning and the last thing you see at night. It stresses you out. It calms you down. It helps you remember. It helps you forget. It keeps you connected. It's the only thing you own that is always within an arm's reach. Which is why you don't need to get a phone. You need a phone that gets you, and you, and you, and we are HTC.
So, how do you like your coffee? Crisp. You like your coffee crisp. I like my coffee crisp. Oh, I'm supposed to laugh now. You don't know from jokes. You never did. Well, excuse me for leaving. Oh, face it, Vera. You're no Jane Rivers. Well, it's your opinion.
Coffee Crisp makes a nice, light snack.
What you're about to see will change the way you look at weather. Presenting the